yeah. Peace, bless, love. Give thanks to that man above. You're now rocking with Mr. Uncommon.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's going on? It's the Fresh Prince himself. Is he finesse?
Hey, yo, you heard? You already know the one and only Jay Confident. Remember, y'all, find within yourself and your experience will speak volumes. Not only that, great energy. Let's go! Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
I love that.
Oh, I try, my nigga.
Love that quote. So today, y'all, we got a special one. And for all the supporters out there, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. So before we get into anything, please like, share, subscribe. Also, catch us on Instagram at Off Xperience Pod.
Also, catch us on TikTok, tickety-tock. Yo, real quick, y'all, I want to say thank y'all, everybody, for the listeners, everybody who tuning in to our audio across the world. China, Belgium, United Kingdom. Yo, we out here.
Australia,
we out here, you heard? We got kangaroos listening to us, man. We ain't playing. It's global Off Experience, y'all. We get it.
Drop another bomb for that.
We get it. We get it.
We global now.
Global now.
Come on, man. Nothing can stop us. We're all the way up.
Yo, so on this episode, we got my special brother right here, my brother from another mother.
My
You know, we got him up here because we want to talk about the experiences we go through, and you know, experiences make us who we are today. So we got my brother Dev.
What's going
Devin.
on, y'all?
Devrin.
Yoo Ock.
Yeah,
Hey,
what's
Yoo
up,
Ock.
y'all? Some people know me as Ock, some people know me as Devi Dev, but today I'm here as Devin. I'm here as myself.
The alter ego.
The alter ego. But
No,
this is
no,
the
no,
real me.
that is not the alter ego. That's the real
Nah,
person.
this right
The
here
other
today,
ones are alter
This
ego.
is the
Yeah,
real
right.
me. Everything else, yeah. All that other shit is alter ego.
Yeah.
But today, this the real me right here. So, yeah.
I just want to start off by saying, peep my man's hat. We appreciate you
Oh, yeah. Y'all see what's
That's
for
La
tuning in.
Familia.
You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. Yo, if y'all want the merch, let us know.
Yeah.
Y'all could DM us. Y'all could email us. Y'all could hit us on a YouTube comment. Y'all could hit us up on the Instagram.
Anything.
Anywhere. We got merch, yo. We got clothes.
Very affordable pieces.
Yeah, we got clothes out here, man.
Once again,
They in a couple
very
different places too,
affordable
like Florida.
pieces.
Yo, we
You
should.
might see them in Florida too, Off Experience hat.
You just might.
In Florida, though, a beanie, remember?
Nah, they wear them
Nah,
shits in
snapback.
They
Miami.
might get a pass for that.
No, they wear them shits down there in Miami.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look
they
out
do.
there. They
Yeah,
might get a
beanies
pass
go
for that
crazy.
shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they wear shiest anyway at 90 degrees, so yeah, I
They
like
wildin',
it.
bro.
Niggas
I be when I was going on there, like a lot, like I look at them like, yo, bro, I would be
How?
my head would shrink, bro. My head would lose weight, bro. Like
that's true.
fucking having a beanie on, bro.
They be
They
sweating,
wild.
bro.
And they
They
got
be sweating
and
from
they got
the silk.
dreads on too, dude. Like
They be trapping
Nah,
all
they
these
used to that
sweaty-ass
shit,
balls
that's
and
why.
shit. That's why them niggas
Oh,
be
yeah.
having
They used to that
patches on
shit.
their head and shit.
Nah, but real quick,
So-
before we get into it, real quick. Yeah. I'm sorry, my fault. Before we get into that, I just want to say, yo, we're talking about experiences of mental health and shit that we go through, right? Check this out. Yesterday, I went through some shit, right? And it's funny because Rosemary brought it to my attention. I was at a bakery, and she had ordered a pastry, and I looked at a pastry. I said, I think I might want that. And she said, you sure? I said, nah, forget it. So the lady had grabbed the pastry. I said, no, I'm good. She said, no, it's not for you. So Rosemary looked at you like, oh, you thought you special. I was like, oh, all right. Nah, I just thought. So boom, after work, I'm over here driving and shit. So you know how they be selling the churros and shit in the street and the fruits? So I seen this little Mexican lady right there, right? I thought she had churros in her bag, but it was her book bag. So I thought she started running towards the car, and I went, no, I'm good. Rosemary said, yo, why you thought you special today, my nigga? Like,
I'm feeling it.
so she was like, but what makes you think you so special today? I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe something in my mental made me feel like I deserve these gifts.
I know your heart fell to your eyes, bro.
Nah. What it did was it brought me to reality to basically humble myself.
Yeah.
Like, my nigga, not everything's for you. Seriously, because I really thought everything that was happening yesterday was for me, bro. I went home and I humbled myself. Like, all right.
Nah,
Like,
why?
damn.
Because
But the thing is,
What about that made you feel that way?
yeah, because you're not arrogant every day like that.
no,
So,
that's the thing.
so that one time, it's like treating yourself.
You're right.
I deserve it.
You're right. But you see, you know what? You're right. I ain't looking
Fuck
at
all
it.
that,
And then
bro.
at the same
So
time,
I ain't look at it
at the
like
same
that.
time, with shit like that, when it comes to like a situation like that, you shouldn't even care about how other people feel.
No, it wasn't about what other people felt. It's the way I felt. You know what I'm saying? It's the way I felt. Like, damn, like was I like
Nah, the thing
was I supposed to expect that? Like,
Yeah.
the thing
but
was,
he's right though, because I don't act like that. I don't act arrogant that way every day. And Rosemary
Yeah.
said that. She said you don't act like that
brand new
every
to her,
day.
like-
She said, yo, when I seen that happen in the bakery, I looked at you like, nah, nigga, really? Seriously, and when
This
she seen
motherfucker.
it again in the car, she said, "Yo, twice in one day."
He was like, "Yo, this motherfucker
He
is
said
feeling
slap
himself
some
today."
butter on him because he's on a roll,
On the
baby.
road.
Nah,
But that's
but
why I meant that. That's why I wanted to bring it to the pod because it just fucks your head up. Like, not everything's for you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So all right. So look, just to give you more context on what this is gonna be about, right? Obviously, everybody goes through something, right? Everybody goes through shit. Everybody like got
100%.
their mental stables are not where they're supposed to be. All right, I'm starting to do the latter shit again, right? So, but again, it's not. I say that, but it's everybody in general, right? Right now, we have two different generations, me and Josh and Izzy and Dev, right? Everybody goes through shit, right? Everybody goes through different experiences, but now is how we gonna articulate these experiences to y'all, right?
Yeah.
Through different generations and all that. So this is what this episode is about. You know what I mean? Mental health, the depression people go through, like
We're gonna show y'all that bridging the gap is possible.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
That's what we gonna do.
let the older generation
No.
reach out. You know what I'm saying? And help the younger generations. Let's bring it in because there's a lot of fucked up shit going on in the world, man. And let me tell you, like it wasn't heard of before, mental health and all that shit when we was growing up because that was just some sucker shit. Like it was on some like, yo,
Oh, he's just crazy.
And that's why
Yeah,
I feel
he
like
crazy and
yeah,
shit
like
like
that's
that.
why I feel like it's so different from like how it was back then till now. Cause like
Definitely
now
different.
people is more like on it now. They more like curious about why it was mental health, like what's actually wrong with me, and like actually trying to be more vulnerable now.
yeah. But you know what's crazy though? Even to that, like, yes, it's more outlined now, but people are still shy, scared to even
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
seek. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Seek help and all that shit. And mind you, it's more out there. It's more vividly out there.
Yeah,
So, with something like that, I feel like it's two things. When somebody that's shy and they don't want to, if they're afraid to put themselves out there, it can stem from both what they experienced in life and what they see too. Because let's say like if somebody just has the confidence to do something, the same thing that we was talking about earlier, somebody has the confidence to do something, and let's say while they're on their way, they see the person that was before them get completely shot down, like they just ran out.
yeah,
That might diminish someone's confidence right away.
That is true.
You understand what I'm saying? So with something like that, it's a hard topic to touch on. In reality, mental health is something that everybody was supposed to know by default. It's not something that was supposed to be like a newfound discovery for people. It's supposed to be something that was supposed to be introduced a very long time ago. Granted, it has been introduced more often now, but there's still a lot of work to do. There's still a lot of people that have zero idea how much your thoughts and emotions can affect your everyday life. A lot of people are really clueless and have no idea.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is true.
Nah,
And this is why I say like every day you're going through some type of trauma. Every day, the world we live in. Is you're going through trauma even just looking at your fucking social media and seeing everybody showing their highlight reel and all that shit. Like everything's all fucking hype. I'm happy, joy, travels, this, that, and the third, jewelry, cars, and that shit. That shit'll depress somebody.
Yeah,
There's somebody who want to obtain that, that'll fuck somebody up. You know what I'm saying? So these are type of things that we definitely need to. And this is why I said on my post, I posted on Instagram the other day. Is like we need to stop. We need to start showing the other side of it as well. We cannot only show what everybody want to see, because everybody want to see that, bro.
You
Everybody
want to see the bad days too.
They
You
don't-
want to see the struggle behind it.
Yeah, because they want to feel like everybody's human. It makes everybody feel human when that comes out.
So a situation like that, it's like, for me, my struggles don't have to be displayed for people to know that I'm struggling. And I also don't have to tell you that I'm struggling.
But are you only showing your happy life
To the internet,
to the world? Yeah.
Not just the internet. This is like
to the world,
just walking down the street.
yeah, I would say, because my bad emotions or my negative emotions, whatever I feel that has nothing to do with nobody else but me, I have no reason to display that to people.
Well, okay, I'm sorry because you're like, and the question you asked him, like, let's bring it up to the level of when people start, because you can walk around and still be happy. I'm agreeing with you, like, still be happy and not give that emotion to other people just for the vibe and that shit. That's why like going to clubs and displaying that you living your all this good life and all that shit, but yet in the background you really not.
Yeah, like you sad.
That's the level I'm trying to say.
That-
Like,
that's cushion.
So I feel like I agree with him. I would feel like that is something like a cushion in a sense, because somebody would know that their life is bad, but when their life is good, they're living in that moment, and it makes life feel good. So it's like it's a gift and a curse in a way, because a lot of people have a lot of negative opinions on people that do that. And at the same time, I get it in a sense, because for me, if I'm fucked up, I don't care about partying. I don't care about none of that shit.
Yeah.
None of that shit means nothing to me. I wouldn't bother being outside if I know that I can't even like stabilize myself outside of the. If I can't stabilize myself outside of life, why am I even trying to make myself feel stable in the club? That shit not doing nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? In a sense like that, I get it, but it can go either way.
So like, no, you're right, and I think when I say like displaying it too, the other side of it is because like, how would we help? How would we help the next person? Not displaying and crying on the thing. Like, oh, I'm going through all this shit. Like none of that shit, right? But really articulating what people go through, what people really feel, and know that it's okay to feel that way as long as we all can help each other and seek help for it. Because I'm giving you my prime example of who I am.
Yeah,
you understand?
But answer that. Like this generation, because like in our generation, like right now, like we're now asking that question, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing that now.
Like what's wrong within yourself?
No, or even in general, like even just asking another person, another man or another individual, like what's wrong? Like we're just now asking that. Yeah. Before it was like
we didn't ask that.
We never asked that. We'll just look at the person and be like, hey,
man, the fuck up.
This nigga's making money. This nigga look at the way he's smiling, but deep down inside, he's like got the nastiest bones in his closet. Yeah. You know
I mean, like the people I had around me, like my friends, like Dad, for instance, or like even Gabe, like they always been open. Like I feel like it depends on really like the relationship. Like, cause I could easily go to one of my friends that I know that I'm real close and I could vent to them. Okay. Like it's not like I have a problem. Like it's like an ego thing or my pride. Like nah, that shit's to the side. Like I know if you my mans, I could vent to you.
So no hesitations.
Yeah, no hesitation.
But
a lot of people like keep it tucked in though. So.
Because of ego thing, like they don't want to seem soft.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So we was just having that that conversation previous with with John, and it's like he said, like in that era, like y'all had to be hard, rough and everything. Like this era, you kind of have a choice really. Like you don't gotta go that way. You could be chilling.
That's a good thing.
You could be more open. Like you don't really gotta be like that.
That's true.
So as in terms of that, it's like everybody has a choice. Like if you want to be soft-hearted to the world, despite what's happening, that's your option. That's your personal choice. Like if that's something that you want to do, fine by it. As long as you find life easier that way, that's really all that matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And for what you were saying with people not being able to, I guess, like express themselves in a sense to other people, the only way that they'll be able to do that is if they want to. There's really like, you can tell someone, like, I'm there for you. You can call me whenever. You can text me whenever. No matter what time it is, I'm there for you.
Yeah.
But they're going to have that hesitation because of something within themselves that we won't ever find out unless they find out first and then let us know. Yeah. That's why.
But wouldn't you making them feel comfortable at that point so they could open up at some point to go, I feel comfortable enough to speak to that person because you always attempted to that.
But at the end of the day, I'll never hear about it if they don't find that will
to do it. Yeah, of course. But if you don't say that, then they will never ever do it at that point. So a possibility of you doing that is a possible thing of them opening up because the hand is there.
Of course.
If the hand is not there, then I'm definitely not opening up to nobody for sure. Like,
but what it is that certain individuals like they wouldn't. You say like what he's saying, like I'll call you, I'll text you, I'll do this, that, and the third. But like, I just gotta want to make sure one thing. Yeah. Like the one thing I want to make sure is, are you gonna be consistent with this? Consistency is key.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might tell me that now, like today. 6 months later, nigga, I haven't heard from you, nigga. I chopped my fucking hand off. I cut myself 1,000 times.
Well, that ain't your friend, then.
Yeah. He's not my friend. But consistency, if you was to tell me almost every other day, yo, what's good, my nigga?
At some point, you gotta open up.
Of course. And like, y'all ever had those friends where like, y'all, like, say, like, for instance, right? Because, and it's crazy how, like, I remember this shit, but like, y'all ever had like a friend that you just remembered like the day when y'all first met? And like, it's just been a bond ever since?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my homeboy Kels, man. I mean,
Yo, Kel, when was the last time you spoke to him, bro?
I spoke to that nigga over the summer last year. Yeah, he's doing good,
Damn.
man. That nigga's doing his thing. Shout out to my yo. I remember when me and him met in environmental services, my nigga, and yo, ever since then, it was because I had the red, white, and blue 7s on.
Yeah,
I had them custom made.
but it was like a similarity y'all had, right?
OD, bro. He seen my kicks and he had the Toronto Raptor 7s on, the one that had the purple, red, and all that shit. Yeah. And he was like, yo, them shits is fire. I was like, nah, those shits is fire. Ever since, nigga, we went through fights. Man, I'm telling you, bro. But I dig what you mean.
But you ever had like a friend, and like when you first met them, it was on like bad terms, like y'all was about to fight. And
oh
yeah.
It was with that nigga.
Yeah, bro. That's the same thing with me and Dev too. So this is like around like 5th grade, and like you a little older than me, so you was probably like in 7th.
I was in 7th, yeah.
Yeah, so we in on Matthews Park, and we playing basketball, and I think we playing like a 2-on-2. And like I guess like he throws the ball at me but with force, like with mad force. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like so I'm like, yo, this is like, bugging.
Yo,
yeah,
check
so
that
I
shit,
do it
nigga.
back, and we just going back and forth with each other, like just yo, nigga. Like, with bad force. So then after that, we started playing basketball, and then I think I go for a layup or something, and then now like me, like we both in each other's faces. Yeah. And I'm over here like, yo, I box. Mind you, nigga, I never boxed a day in my life. Like, but this nigga always been the size he is. You know, he's way bigger than me. So it's like, man, I'm just in this nigga face. Like, I don't know. It might do something, but nah, so from ever since then, like we just been locked in.
That's what's up.
And it's been my brother ever since.
It be like that, bro.
Best friend.
See, everything you was naming, like niggas done did it. Niggas done did it. I done left my job to go to Kennedy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say nothing else,
Yeah.
but I done did that. Like, I done
Yeah.
took trips. Whenever he needed me, I was there.
Yeah.
Anything, anytime.
And that's the type of shit we need, bro. Like, and I know and I know that we talking about things, but that's through war. When you go through war with somebody, bro, like that gives character to the person, right? So that and the bond goes there. We done been through shit. Like, who's gonna tell us any different, right? So that's cool to have. And you know, a lot of us do that for wrong reasons. Those type of things. We saying it for like the right reasons, pretty much, right? Because we could just be chilling with niggas, like, oh, niggas gonna do something. Let's just fuck it, we out there. But you don't really fuck with the person like that. We just in the group, just chilling, right? So you ain't my man and all that much, but my brothers put it like that, right?
Yeah, you just want to catch wreck.
You just want to catch wreck, right? So it's like
that's really all it is.
It's
like,
true.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I could say right now, I I have about maybe 3 people on my whole social media that back in the days we did dirt with, and they like looked out for me and shit. To this day, they still fuck with me.
Yeah, there's that loyalty.
You know what I'm saying? To this day, they have my followings and everything. We talk to each other, like, yo, what's good? How's your kid? Da 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 da. Just to keep that connection, because you don't want to burn bridges, because you might need them again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And bridges don't really need to be burnt if it's built on loyalty, right?
Yeah.
It'll always
That's
remain
what I'm
intact.
saying. Yeah.
So that's why I was saying, like, even with that, y'all connection the way y'all did back in the days, like, as growing up, like, in y'all generation, what did y'all deal with, like, mentally? Like, we understand the war part.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about, like, the love and did y'all ever have to, like, fight over a girl or anything like that?
Nah, that shit never that shit never was an issue for us. Like, never been an issue. But freaking, like, it was kind of weird because, like, after that situation happened at the park, like, when we had first met, it was kind of like, yeah, we was from the same hood, but we wasn't, like, really seeing each other. Like, we wasn't chilling like that until probably, like, when was it? Probably, like, 2017 around there.
I had a girlfriend from
2016,
I had a girlfriend from 2013 to 2018, so I was with her.
2018.
Okay, speak your shit.
So
I was with her, so I wasn't really. I was like,
you wasn't outside.
I was tucked off.
Yeah, right. So
Qué lindo.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Yeah.
The man was whip.
But like I wanted to actually touch up on this with you too, because like this is barely something that you hear about. Like you mostly hear about, like, you know, like niggas' fathers going to jail and everything, but you don't really hear too much about, you know, your mother going to jail. So like, how was that growing up for you, and like just like your household growing up, and like when did that situation happen, and how did it change you?
How did it affect you too?
So
mentally,
honestly, from the beginning, from the day I was born to right now today, I was raised by my grandma. Shout out my granny. If you got a grandma and your grandmother took care of you for your entire life, respect her, love her, and do everything for her. Please. Everybody out there, respect your grandma. Respect whoever took care of you.
Facts.
Regardless of how old you are, regardless of if y'all fight, argue, that's family shit. That's normal shit. Love y'all grannies. Love y'all grannies. Love y'all moms. Love y'all fathers. Love all y'all family.
Love you, mama.
Love your mama. So,
How old were you when your mom?
when she first got incarcerated, I was 13. So I was going into my freshman year of high school. And she came out the week before I graduated. But throughout that whole time, she wasn't there because of the circumstances. I'm not going to get in too deep with that, but she wasn't there for certain circumstances.
Yeah.
But I always kept in contact with her. Like, I visited her. She's always sending me cards. Like, I always spoke to her on the phone. So I was always in contact with her. And she had told me that she was going to be released before my graduation. So I was kind of like,
Anticipating on it?
I was anticipating her. You know, like, as a kid, it's like being that young, going through high school and shit. It was so many shit that, in my opinion, like, you would have needed your mom for certain shit. Like, my dad was there too, but your mom is your mom at the end of the day.
Yeah, like, that's like that soft love right there.
It's soft love, but it's in the sense of, like, with certain things in life, you really need a woman's touch. Like, it's not everything.
Like a woman's perspective.
Everything don't need to be rugged and shit. It doesn't have to be on some, just chin up and move forward. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to know that by default. So that's something that you don't have to tell me.
Yeah.
So I don't want to keep hearing that for shit. Because I'm already doing that. It's not like I'm sitting on some shit, not doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just tucked off. And even if I was to be, at the end of the day, I would still know in my head that I have to chin up eventually. So I'm going to know that by default. But to hear that every time a circumstance happens, that's something that nobody wants to hear.
I don't think. Yeah, no, I'm with you, because I definitely nobody want to hear that. Well, in certain circumstances, nobody want to hear that. In certain ones, I still believe that you have to like fucking. You have to do. It is what it is. There's no fucking. There's no other way.
That's why I'm saying, for me, it's a chin up. You must by default. For me, my honest opinion, you must chin up by default. For me. But at the same time, no matter how they feel, their perspective is from their perspective. So you just have to understand that if they feel deeply about it, they feel deeply about it.
Yeah.
And that's still something that I'm still learning too. I have my errors with that too.
Yeah.
Because I would see a situation that somebody would feel, or if it was something I did, whatever the case may be, or just something that they feel, if I go about it as if I just don't care about their opinion, or if it's just on some, I went through that before, so there should be no reason why you feel this way. Like, that's something that nobody wants to hear. Because at the end of the day, even though you went through it, it's my story, though.
Yeah,
it's
they deal
me.
with emotions differently.
Like, you don't know what is happening to me during the same type of story that you went through. We went through the same shit, but we have a different story for it.
Yeah. But wouldn't that bring unity in the sense of like, yeah, we dealt with it different because obviously we wasn't there at the time when we was dealing with it, right? But I see somebody else that went through the same shit I went through. Being that we dealt with it different, we both survivors. That's what we both have in common.
Yeah, because the main book is incarceration, and every page you're turning, you have a chapter of your story. Until you change the chapter, you have somebody else's perspective of incarceration. So when you put that all in one thing, you create this beautiful thing that people will read and be like, you know what? Damn, that's crazy. That's a great storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like, big ups to him. Yo, you know what? Let me contact him and let him know that I feel him for what he just expressed to me. You know
big ups to them that there was different avenues to get to where the goal was for both sides, right? So it's a more broader story for people to see. Like, okay, shit, like, then that's a crazy story how he went through that. They went both through the same shit, but then with different ways. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but always ways.
It's different if you acknowledge it in that way and you're like, I bet, like, yeah, we both went through the same shit. Yeah, my story was different, but let me give you my perspective and let me let you know that I support you. That's better than being like, yo, bro, I went through that same shit. Like,
you're gonna be good.
why the fuck you feeling like this, bro?
Right,
When
and
I went
that's
through
what I'm
this,
talking
I
about, the
didn't.
support,
When I
but
went through this, nigga, I didn't feel this way. Why do you feel like this? It's different. When you like that, then it's just like, it's just negating their whole.
Yeah, it's
Well,
kind of
well-
like it's kind of like you like just
Well,
like backing them off. Like I like,
yeah, but
like,
now
just
at this
brushing them
point,
off.
you got sympathy now.
Mhm.
Like you're not looking at from a POV of empathy at this point because y'all both went through it. So when we both have the same empathy, we understand each other. Like there's a level of understanding that
Yeah.
nobody else would understand, right? Regardless of how we went through the situation, nigga, we connected in this way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course.
like, so
Yeah,
so
it's,
yeah,
it's
so you
all
offer
about
the
it's all
support.
about it's all about how you handle it though. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
what it comes down to.
Yeah. So
That's
like
okay.
so like how you said like how you needed like that female like opinions and perspective on things. Like was your grandma there for you?
My
Wow.
grandma was there for me, bro, from the day I was born,
Yeah.
bro. From day one to right now, bro.
Yeah. So you go to
Every step of the way, bro. Sometimes I don't even have to go to her. She'll just ask me if I'm good. She'll always make sure that I'm good. So like, yeah, I was going through that.
Wait, so hold on. So sorry. So you moved in with your grandma when your mom got incarcerated,
No,
or you was ready?
I lived with my grandma from the day I was born.
Gotcha.
Okay,
So my grandmother
okay.
raised me
Got you.
from day one to right now.
Got
She
you.
raised me. My parents were there in their ways.
Okay.
But my grandmother was there from day one to year 24.
So let me ask you a question, right? Because we got to go back. We got to go back from the beginning. Like I know we're going far into the thing, but being that as a kid, growing with your grandma, like, and you know that your parents were there, but you ever question yourself why I'm not with my parents? Like why I'm not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like why am I? That's just inevitable if it's supposed to be like that,
Because
right?
eventually you'll
'Cause-
feel that void. Like
Right. It's kind of fuck. I would
where
think.
are they?
So I felt that void at one point, but then as I was growing with my grandmother and as the things she was teaching me, the things that she was letting me know about me, like she would critique me on a lot of things. So
Okay.
she would give me a two-side perspective. She would let me know when I'm doing something right, and she would let me know when I'm doing something wrong. Even if I was to feel that the wrong thing is right, she would let me know, like, you can have your perspective if you want, but eventually you need to see that that is wrong. So for me, throughout the whole
Yeah, but how do
course
you?
of my life, I feel like my grandmother taught me that it is possible for one person to be a mother and a father.
Okay.
For me, in my perspective.
Yeah, because your grandmother basically
Because
put
she
it
gave
out
me
there.
the qualities of both a mother and a father. Both of my parents were there.
Mhm.
So it's not like I didn't have no parents. I
Yeah.
had parents. But as in terms of straightforward consistency from day one
Yeah.
to year 24, everyday life, my grandmother gave me the qualities that a mom and a dad would possess in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it feels like for anybody that's being raised by their grandmother only or their grandparents, because I know people that have like lost their grandparents that were
Yeah.
raised by their grandparents, and that's a pain that I know is unimaginable. So for me, like while I was growing up, of course niggas go through that time of being mad delinquent,
Yeah,
mad
rebellious and all that
defiant,
shit, like-
rebellious and all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like she'll tell me come home at a certain time, and I'll come home way later, like shit like that. Like there was a lot of shit that now that I think about, that I wish I didn't put my grandma through, because I was doing that just off of just me
Yeah.
being
I mean, we
outside,
all
like
go
just
through
me
that as
being
kids, man,
experienced.
like-
You understand what I'm saying? Like it wasn't even off of no like I'm hurting because of my parents, whatever. Because like
Right,
I
right.
said, they were there. Like it's not like I wasn't seeing them for months at a
Yeah,
time.
I was gonna ask you that too. Like,
Like,
you
I
don't
was
feel like some of
seeing
your
them.
attitudes will be because of those type of things, like
Nah, like
parents and shit.
nah, like in certain aspects from before, it's something that I still carry with me, because at the end of the day, it's like you said, like everybody envisions the mother.
Of course. Yes.
It didn't hurt me in the sense of like, damn, like why are they not here? it was.
You never ask yourself that, like question yourself that, or even ask her, like why, like question her, like ever at all?
Not really, because the one thing that I know that both my parents have assured me through their actions too, is that they really love me and that they will be there for me in every way possible for as long as they're able to. So I have that sense of security with both of my parents.
I think I was still asked though, like why I'm not with y'all. Like I could feel that, like the love and all that, but like you watching all your friends with their parents, and I'm the only one that, not the only one, because there's other kids that go through, but the majority of shit is, or the norm will be with your mom and dad, right? But like just questioning yourself, like damn, like why I'm not with, they show me love, but why I'm not with you, like why I'm not with y'all.
Yeah, because
at no point that aroused in your mind, like
I mean, because even us as growing up, we'll see the dad leave because he's a working man, whatever the case may be, or the mom will stay with the kid, right? Your situation's crazy because you stayed with grandma. Like my wife, she did the same thing. She was raised by her grandmother on other different circumstances that had to do.
And a lot of kids are raised by their grandmas. So
yeah, and she turned out the way who she is today, and she's a wonderful woman. But like, we were where we asked, like, yo, where's daddy? You know, because we seen him there. Like, yo, this nigga, he brought me a bowl of cereal, like, just like a little while ago. Then he never came back. Like, where the fuck is this nigga at? That's just that, because we had mommy there. So, like, just you being with grandma, like, you never really asked, like, yo, but why is it that mommy? Because
I think curiosity would have definitely,
crazy would have killed
definitely
me.
For me, like, my curiosity would have been that, like, yo, like this. I don't know how I would not question that, but that's why I asked you, like, being in your situation, because I was in that situation. But just actually like that, like, you never ever like be like, yo, ma, like, why I was never like, even the elephant itself, like, right? Yeah. I want you to answer me, like, why I was never with y'all. Like, I get the whole thing. There's no grudges. There's no anything. If you felt cool with it, right? Because you know they were both there, but just that curiosity part, like. I'm saying.
So like that's like a conversation that like I had like with both of them like as I got older.
Okay,
that's not
there
really,
you go.
That's not something that like I thought about when I was 14, 15,
got
16,
you. All right.
17. Because like I said, like my parents were always there whenever I needed them. They weren't living with me.
Right.
Okay.
That's about it.
Right.
So it's like it's not like they were disappearing 4 or 5 years at a time. Besides my mom being incarcerated for that time period.
Yeah.
Other than that, whenever I needed them, they were there.
Yeah.
So it's not like I had neglectful parents and I went times without seeing them. That's why I never really had to question that.
But you did have the conversation with them afterwards.
But I had the conversation with them as in terms like all of your actions that I really didn't care about at the time, what were the reason? And we had that conversation like
No, I'm with you. But
like,
and that's why I'm
we
asking.
had that
I know you
conversation
had to have that conversation.
we had
bro,
that
like,
conversation, and it
is what it is.
it brought us closer. I would say.
See, but that
It brought us closer, especially with my dad, because me and my dad, we that conversation was easy. That conversation was easy because it's like man to man. 1, I'm your son, and 2, I'm grown. So it's like now we could be fully honest here. We could.
But you see how that changed. You see how that changed though. Something changed once that conversation happened, right? It got y'all closer. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all could be open. It's more.
Yeah. But the thing is though, is like when people do that, people would think that is more so closure for me. For me, I feel like it was more so closure for them, because all of the things that
Think so for them?
Yeah, because all of the things that you thought about, like that you said that I would think about, like why they aren't there.
Yeah.
They thought about why they aren't here with me.
I mean, I think, but wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna have to like, because for them to think that they're grown enough, they were grown enough to that decision they made to leave you with their grandma. They made that decision themselves. So for them to question that for themselves,
they did. But it's like,
how do you question yourself and not answer that for yourself?
They did, but it's like, in a sense, because my parents were young when they had me. They were both 17.
Okay.
So it's like from then, even until probably until like I got to high school, like in a sense, they had to make a lot of sacrifices. And that was something that I was understanding. I just didn't care what was happening.
Yeah, you was young. At the
But
time.
I was understanding like
The sacrifices.
y'all are
behind it.
making
Yeah, right.
y'all making sacrifices. Like I understand all of that. What I mean by what I said is like because they had to make certain sacrifices, they ended up asking like not asking me, but they ended up feeling like with certain things that they wish that they were there more often.
Okay, right.
Like-
right. And I would think they would feel that way for sure.
Like put it like this: like they were there, they were there from day 1 to year 24, but my grandma was there
there.
from day 1 to year 24.
Yeah.
Two differences. So it's like
I like that.
so.
I like how you put that, bro. Like,
So-
you're right about
That
that. Yeah.
emphasis though on the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
So
facts.
that's why the whole thing for me is comfortable, and that is why I said that with them. It's not more so that they feel bad and they're down on themselves. Like I really wish I was there.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's no grudge at this
It's
point.
more so like it was more so they were like asking me like, now that you are grown and now that you are aware of the full thing, are you really okay? Because
Right,
they
right.
never asked me that until I got grown. That is why
Yeah.
I said that they felt that, not me.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's like
Well, they wanted closure on how you was feeling towards the
but
situation.
but they never asked me.
Yeah, until you got
Until
older.
I got
right. Okay,
So
'cause
that's
you,
why
you
for me,
articulated
it's
better.
like, in my opinion, for me, I always knew what the answer was gonna be whenever they asked me. I was just never gonna pressure the question because, like I said, I didn't care enough to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I said, whenever I needed them, they were there for me. I didn't have to question nothing.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, like that's why. I
So
had
that's
to
why
ask.
it's more so of a whole comfortable bubble
Yeah,
because they were all collectively there for me. But like I said, my grandmother was
Nah,
there.
Yeah, that's why I had to
Day
ask. Cause
one.
like I seen it like
Wait.
as we was growing up, but I just never like really put two and two into perspective to really ask you like, yo, like how you feeling off that situation. But like, and like I never seen you even bothered by it either. So I was just like,
Bro, like he
How
would
you
know,
mean?
like niggas. I'll go to my father has like a like he runs like a little gym at a center, like at night and shit.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him to pull up, and we'll go over there. So it's not like my friends know my parents.
Right. You
It's
gotta
not
make
like my
yeah.
friends, my close friends, the people that grew up with me. They know my parents. They have
Yeah.
seen my parents. They talk to my parents. My parents know them. My parents love them.
But
Yeah.
let me ask
Same with my
Facts.
grandmother. Same
But
thing.
let me ask you a question though, like, the connection. Who was that their own personal responsibility to keep that connection within themselves for you, or was your grandmother making sure that they kept that connection with you
Nah, that was a decision that they put upon themselves. They
Okay.
made the decision to do that.
to keep that connection?
Yes. What
Okay.
my grandmother really did was warn to me that, God forbid, like she installed that like possibility of you never know, because I have that with everything. You never know with everything.
Okay.
So she wanted the mentality into me like, just in case, you don't have to worry because I'm here. And like I said, she gave me the qualities of both mother and father.
But you see, that's crazy, and the reason why I say that is because you were blessed to actually have your grandmother. Honestly speaking, because if you didn't have your grandmother and they would have put you through the foster system, you would have been a totally different person. The resentment would have been worse.
Or even if I would have just ended up
Oh,
with
yeah.
one parent or the other.
yeah,
No, I wouldn't say that. I would not say
How
that.
so?
I would say it would still be the same because you still had your grandmother. Your grandmother would still play the role as the father or the mother if you still would be with either parent. Because the love that your grandmother had for you was so strong, she stayed in your life from day 1 to 24. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like if it was a foster thing and you was just put in the system,
Oh, nah, yeah. Of
No, the
course,
mindset would've
of
been
course,
different.
Everything,
You would've been-
everything would have turned out
oh,
different.
totally,
Because
totally
it would
different.
have been me meeting new it would have been
yeah, a bunch of
me
strangers.
meeting new strangers. It
Yeah.
would have been me being in a whole completely different environment. God
Mhm.
forbid, having no contact
Survival
with my
mode.
family.
Yeah.
I will have to start from zero
Yeah.
at a very young age.
Mm.
That's
So now even with that mentality of that aspect of that, right? Where down the line did you feel like it started going like somewhere that you got into other space that, you know, like going through shit like probably the depression or shit like that, because, you know, you had the love, you had all that, right? You know, why did it end up being in that? When did that happen down the line, and why? Pretty much what I'm trying.
When
to
did it trigger?
Yeah, right. Because since you had that in the household, you had love and all that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you had everything. I mean, the love was there. She played both roles. Abuela, you know what I'm saying?
you knew mommy and papi was there.
Mommy,
like,
they came and went, revolving door. But like, what triggered the depression? Like, I gotta stop saying.
oh, David depression,
I hate
mental
y'all niggas with that like shit.
So
son.
I didn't really. Damn. I guess I would say like a form of depression. Not really like a high sense of it.
right.
To the point that like I was neglecting myself and questioning myself and wonder why. With that situation, is more so was just like, damn. Like at one point, it's like.
Yeah, you didn't ask the why questions. You asked the what ifs. You was asking what if it would have went this way, or what if it would have went that way. What if she was not this, or what if he was like that. You went that way. The why questions is totally different. Why questions will be like, why am I here? Why didn't they choose me? Why didn't I go with mommy? You know what I'm saying? You were with the what ifs. The what ifs is the most important questions because you can always ask that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whys is when you get into the deep, like stage 3, the depression, and you can't get out. The tunnel's so deep in that the hole is so small, like a star you can't even reach. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So,
facts.
Especially if you don't have no answers, no closure, no
Yeah,
nothing,
and
bro.
like-
That's gonna fucking eat you inside, bro. Like,
And like even starting from young though too, you also said that like that you was bullied like growing up in like middle school. And
Nah,
like,
yeah.
I like and you actually didn't even go to middle school like in the neighborhood. You went to Yonkers.
Yeah,
You
I
was
went
in
to
Yonkers.
middle school in Yonkers. Like,
did you really? You lived over here in the Bronx,
I lived
and you
over
went to
here.
They used to travel to Yonkers every day.
Yeah, from
Jesus.
So
what was that reason for?
like-
Before we even get to think, what was that reason for? Like,
I wouldn't get like picked on, like bullied to the sense
no.
of,
What
like,
was the reason you went to Yonkers? Like from here, then you get to that story. I'm just
Oh,
curious.
bro.
Like,
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Nah,
That
I'm
sh-
I'm
bro,
curious,
bro,
Yeah,
I'm
like-
gonna be honest, completely honest with you, bro. I had zero clue.
You have
like-
you didn't wonder like why am I traveling so far for school? Like what
Nah,
the
yeah,
fuck?
bro.
Like
that was before you got bullied before you went to school to Yonkers? In
Nah,
Yonkers?
while I was there,
While you was at Yonkers?
Yeah.
but like what grades was it?
like
to?
6.
You started all the way from pre-K to 6th grade.
No,
in
no,
Yonkers?
no.
oh,
I
junior
went
high
to-
school. Is that what you said?
I went to I'm bugging. I went to PS 25,
Okay.
and then I went to the school in Yonkers. So that happened in like 6th grade. So I was like, what, like 10,
Yeah.
11?
Pretty much.
I wouldn't get picked on, like beat up. I would just get like pressed, and I would just stay, like,
Right.
because I wasn't that type of person. Like my grandmother didn't raise me that way, bro. You understand what I'm saying? She raised me on some shit. Like if a nigga hit me, then
Then that's different. Yeah.
but a nigga wouldn't hit me. Like it would just be on some just
Yeah.
talking shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it would affect me in the sense of like, yo, like,
verbal
what the
abuse.
fuck?
Yeah.
Going to school every day, I
That's
gotta
what
go through this shit every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
Like,
will
yo.
fuck somebody up though. I ain't
Nah,
gonna lie.
yeah.
Like every
Nah,
day.
so,
Now
like-
you think about like
Like even
Fuck,
if it's just
bro, I
one
gotta go to
time, like
school,
that
bro,
one
like-
time, you're gonna remember though.
Hell yeah, son. I mean, I used to get picked on for my Adam's apple when I was little. I'm serious, much, because I was
that's why
skinny.
your voice is super deep. Bro. Like,
That's not because I
Pause,
was skinny and my Adam's apple would stick out, bro. Niggas was like, yo, what the fuck,
It was
bro?
like,
Yeah, just like that. So,
Nah, that's crazy.
but now, you know, but just that alone, you know, I used to feel like, you know, I want to wear shirts that are turtlenecks and shit. But I built confidence within myself as I started
Yeah.
eating and I got fat. And then my neck filled in. And now I ain't got no big Adam's apple. Now I look like a man.
yeah.
I think
Yeah, nigga.
when you're young, it affects because we don't know. We're dealing with life
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
We it's brand new to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know what we
And I'm
was
not
going
gonna
We
through
get
in
my
life.
ass
I'm
cut
into
too.
as fuck.
Like,
Yeah,
niggas calling me
like-
peanut head. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like,
I'm
Yeah,
mad young.
yeah,
I'm
that
mad
shit.
young too. So in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is all of this shit for? Like in my head though, like I'm not saying this.
Like,
out
I'm not
loud.
doing
I'm just
anything,
bro,
like-
like what the fuck?
What's the purpose of this shit?
Long story short though, I took up a few classes, and then the next week,
Yeah, you took a little
Sure.
fighting
took
classes.
a little
Yeah,
karate
long
classes.
Yeah.
no. Karate,
They put you in the boxing.
I went back and
Do you tell?
I mean, listen. I'll be honest.
that's about it.
No, listen.
That's
oh,
how you
I
gotta
said
handle
nothing
it.
else.
yeah, damn fucking right, bro. I'll be honest, bro. Like bullying shit, bro. That shit do gotta be handled like that.
Yeah, but that shit was like
Fuck
on some
that.
like it was just mad annoying.
Nah, it will get.
Like it wasn't on some shit like yo, like I was really dumb sad, like yo, what the fuck, like why the fuck? It was on some shit like yo, like what's wrong with y'all niggas? Nah, that ass like yo, like what the fuck? But I'm mad young. Obviously, I'm seeing it from my perspective.
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
young and shit, so I'm just like
Fuck,
confused.
Yeah,
Honestly,
just
I was
there
like,
stuck.
oh.
Oh,
Honestly, I was really just confused.
Yeah.
Honestly, nothing else.
I think, but again, like we don't know what's going. Like we dealing with it. Like okay, this is new, but when you older now, you get older and all that shit, you start understanding more. Like of okay, what it is, right? So if you're going reiterating on the question, like when did it trigger for you? Like I'm pretty sure it wasn't just the bullying part that triggered that.
I mean,
or you was that young when you started feeling things. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, like at that time it was like a lot of shit was like happening. So I was just like, I'm mad young too.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the reason why I really have no explanation is because like back then, like my mind was like really so blank that I really had no emotion. And like having no emotion, in my opinion, is a form of depression. But I really can't explain the type of feeling that I had back then.
Got you.
It was really like so deep into the void that
it was just blank. It was just blank, right?
Awesome. Like, yo, like if this is what life is gonna be, then fuck it. Mad young though, so it's just like
yeah, you just
because you don't know what's to come.
Exactly.
Like, so.
And then it's like, obviously I'm saying it from my perspective now. I'm older, but it's like I had other shit going on at such a young age already, so it's just like
emotion added on.
That's why at some point my mind was just blank. But it wasn't on some shit like I was mad sad and shit. It was just on some like you would see it in my face though. Yeah. That like
something was there.
Something going on.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to reach out, but if you see me not saying nothing, then I'm not gonna say nothing.
That's bipolar, bro.
No, it's not.
Fuck that bipolar.
Nah, bro, why?
Because he went blank, my nigga. No, and that's why I was gonna ask him now. After you do that, like, at some point, do you go back into your regular self?
No, but that was his regular self. He just didn't.
No, yeah, I feel like he was just too young.
He didn't express him. He didn't want to talk to nobody to express himself. But in your face, you know how you could read somebody's face like, yo, that person's going through something.
No, I dig that.
That was what he's walking through every day, right?
Yeah, like it wasn't on some shit like I was like that, and then 10 minutes later,
he's
like,
happy, joy, and all that. Like,
nah, it's on some like I was fake aware that like when I need that time to really just be by myself and.
You got the spurts of
just let that emotion, whatever I feel,
whatever you're dealing with,
ride through, just let it ride out. That's really like what it was on. It wasn't on some shit like.
Do you think that you probably didn't understand? I mean, you didn't understand life at all. Like you was just.
I mean, I did because, like I said, my grandmother was there, so like she would sense that shit, and she would tell me like, even if you don't want to talk, like, eventually, if you want to, I'm here. That's one. 2. No matter what you're going through, eventually everything is going to be okay, which turned out to be true.
Yeah.
And 3, no matter what, I'm going to be there for you. So I had those 3 things the whole time.
Did you
it's
utilize
just,
it?
I didn't choose to utilize it during that time.
Why?
Certain moments.
Why? Yeah. If you had that come from grandma, know that. Why? For your personal reasons. Because
for me, it's like, back then I was like, I was a certain type of person that it was I was aware that my grandma herself had a lot on her plate, and I know how she feels about me if I'm going through something. So it was like,
damn.
Even though she's gonna be there for me no matter what, that's another.
You don't want to put no worries on her
that she has to put on top of her. And then for me, it's like, if I'm letting out that emotion, I have that assurance that she gave me that everything is gonna be okay. So that is what causes me to eventually be like, all right, not right away, instantly. As if nothing is bothering me. But she kind of like helped me have that option.
That open arms. It was like
she
open
helped me
arms
have that option to be able to just sit there and feel my emotions by myself if I want to.
You chose to affect yourself before affecting her.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice.
The sacrifice you did for right.
And at the end of the day,
and it sucks, man.
It's a sacrifice that I feel. I don't regret it, but at the same time, it was a waste.
You shouldn't regret anything, bro.
I don't regret it, but at the same time, it was a waste because no matter what, she was worried about me.
Right.
Even if I was happy, she was worried about me.
I think, honestly, so like it probably would have been a better thing. Not because it's over now, but it probably would have been a good thing for you probably to express it to her because she would probably give you more counseling or more of behind of what you're going through, and maybe you would have moved different on things that she would have gave you consejo on, like.
And to be honest with you,
like,
that
true, but that's how things develop now, though.
Right. Of course. You see that hindsight now, for sure.
Now it's like,
Yeah.
if I'm not home, I text my grandma every day.
Okay.
I call her. If I'm home, I talk to her every day. Like, we have that relationship that it's like, we always have. Our backs are like this.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
if you was to tell your
point.
grandma something right now that you're going through, you will be okay telling her right now. Mind you, when you was younger, you didn't want to do that. But yet, what's the difference of the worries now at that point, right?
So the difference between back then is that I wanted to, I chose not to, and it didn't hurt me that I chose not to.
But wouldn't you think that if you was to like bring it, like to express, to express your feelings towards her, that it will probably make her feel a lot better, that some of that weight of her worries towards you shed off a little bit off her back? Because right now, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to keep it a buck, because this is what Off Experiences is about. It sounds like you were honestly fucking selfish. I understand you're her grandson, but as a grandson, she's your grandmother. You should always at least shed some type of light of hurt and express it to her, even if you feel like she shouldn't know, but at least let her know, like, yeah, ma, this is what's going on. Le abuela, this is what's going on. Now she's going to feel like, really, you know what? I kind of felt that you was going through that. Let me tell you what I felt like. Now she feels like some of the weight on her shoulders is a little off. Now y'all created this relationship of a foundation where now in the future you have this house where now you can walk into and now express anything to her.
See, so that's where I like that you said that, because that's something that I realized at a very young age at that time, that I was being selfish.
Okay.
I thank God every day, and I tell her, and she knows this, that she was able to live long enough for me to switch that whole thing around.
How old is your grandma now?
She is 63.
Okay.
God bless. She's young, bro. She's young.
October.
She's young.
Wow.
She's young, bro.
She'll be 64
She's
in
young,
October.
Not young. Sorry to think, but like,
Exactly.
I know people say like 60, like, and it's the
Nah, that is not.
God bless, man.
Okay.
Mentally, physically good.
Her birthday on Halloween. She's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Shout out Scorpion, baby.
Stable.
Drop a ball for
She's
that,
stable.
baby.
She's
Yo.
stable.
Nah, yeah, I
she's
love
That's
her.
good. That's
She's
good.
That's good. That's good.
So that's why, like, I knew that was gonna come up.
Yeah.
And that is something that she has told me herself.
Okay.
So it's like
Okay, good.
that whole thing already got buried. As I got older, like I said, like, she gave me the quality of mother and father while also giving me the quality of grandmother. So
That's a big role.
as I was getting older, 14, 15, 16, 17, I was developing that already. That selfish habit that I had, I was letting that go.
Okay.
Even as I was growing, I would still do it in certain ways, but it would depend on the situation. Like something that happens outside in the street that I was doing, that's something that I wouldn't tell her.
Okay.
Because a
Yeah, I
worry
feel
like
like- I
that,
feel like,
certain things.
because
you
a
know,
worry
yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
no,
is-
no,
a
you don't
worry
have to
like
tell your
that,
mom,
a
you
worry
know.
like
That's
that
different.
is something that I would never want to put
Of
her
course
through.
not. No.
And regardless, because of how she knew I was, like I said, she knew all my friends. She saw who I was chilling with. There'll be times I would be outside and she'll see me. She'll see what type of time I'm on. Like, she would know that by a chance, something may happen.
Okay.
So she has the worry, but it's not to the point that if something did happen, I tell her, like, Ma, this happened. Nah.
No.
Whatever I did
Tell her
outside
all the tea.
is something
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I always separated apart from my family.
Okay.
The one thing that I always stand on, no matter what, is whatever you do outside, don't bring it to where you sleep.
Of course not.
So that's why I never
But
put
even
something like that. So
I-
I wouldn't consider something like that selfish. If it's something
Nah,
also,
But you know,
that,
but no, you know what?
Well,
I
that is
kind
selfish,
of
but for the right reasons.
Yeah, for the right
For the
reasons.
right
Yeah,
reasons.
for
Because now,
all
like,
right, if you put it that way, then
Yeah, I
okay.
think-
yeah, because you got mothers out there, like my mother. My mom was outside. She was outside. Like, she was outside. She was doing her thing, like hustling, doing her thing. And even if I was outside and she was inside, she would ask me, yo, ¿cómo está amigo tuyo? She'll ask, like, how was your friend? How was this third person? And just to know, and I got to let her know, like, oh, ma, but let me tell you that this chick fought this chick and this dude fought this dude down the
Just
block.
gossiping
Just to
with them.
give her that gossip. And,
Yeah.
and all she's going to do is,
Just listen.
yeah, basically. And now you gave her that cool, calm, like, oh, and then mío está por ahí en la calle, and, you know, he's just chilling, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Now she won't have that negativity in her brain until she sees it herself.
See,
Yeah,
so that's
exactly.
the thing. So
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Every mom is on the money with this shit at some point in time.
Come
When
on,
they
bro.
say
They got
that
intuitions,
when
bro.
they say
Like-
everybody is not your. At some point, they're on the money. You may not see it eventually.
Yo,
I mean, at that point, but you'll see it eventually.
Of course.
It always happens.
Of course.
we have to understand.
Well,
that
like a
we-
mom would be like, yo, I don't like
Yo,
him.
that
Like,
nigga's not your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
Mhm.
my grandmother has told me that before. Like, yo, that
Yeah.
nigga's not your friend.
We gotta understand
Nah,
that.
that's so
we
true,
gotta
mama.
understand that they've been there.
Yeah.
They've been there. Everybody has friends when they're in school. Everybody, and they see characters. They see people that turn on other people and all that shit. You see how when you said off the camera, when you like you observing when you somewhere for like 3 months at a new location and all that
Gotta
shit.
observe the room.
You observe.
gotta
This
observe
nigga, he look like a little grimy ass nigga. I see this nigga.
Yeah.
This person look like a sweet person, like sweet. Yeah, this one. He cool, but I don't know. Like, so you start
Yeah.
reading shit, right?
Yeah,
so you
but
can
at first,
determine how.
yeah, like at first, like when they tell you that too, it's like, nah, like, you bugging, like it's
But
my man.
we ignorant. We
yeah,
young.
like it's my man's. Like, what you mean?
We've
Ma?
been through
Like,
war
come on.
together, though. That's the
Yeah.
shit, right? We went through war. Like that's the
Exactly,
mentality.
like, you
Ma,
can't tell me, like-
he had my back and shit. Like that's my man. Know that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, until it comes to some other shit, then it'd be like it'd be different.
Later down the line, it's like, wow,
Yeah,
like,
he really
she,
did
she
that.
was right. Yeah.
He really did that.
Yeah, he really did that.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that it sucks. But
Yeah, so I mean, so that's really what it was. Like, I'm glad that I tell her that all the time. Like,
yeah,
and everybody
I
that
think you're not
like,
afraid to express stuff now.
the
You
thing is
older
though
now,
is
like-
that everybody that's really close to me that like sees how me and my grandmother is knows that I was able to change that whole thing around.
nice, and that's the important
So
thing.
it's like I tell her all the time.
That's
like,
the most important thing.
I'm really glad that she was able to live long enough to see me change the whole thing around.
And see you grow up to the
Because
man you
back
are.
then,
Like,
I was a whole different person, and even now I still have
I mean, you
shit.
know,
Everybody got it.
everybody got you.
She still be telling me about myself. She's gonna tell me about myself.
and that's
until-
why you need her around too.
So it's
'cause
like
You gotta
makes
have
you-
people
makes you
to
better,
balance
yeah,
you.
to
like-
keep me structured. Like, and even
exactly.
I was telling him earlier, like, it'll be a situation where I'll be dead ass wrong, but I'll feel that I'm dead ass right, and she'll tell me that nah, you're dead ass wrong, and I'll
Yeah.
dead sit there and tell her like, nah, there's no way.
Yeah, yeah.
But she'll tell me like, eventually you'll see that you were wrong.
she
So
already
it's
knows.
like
Yeah, yeah.
that's the type of relationship that
Yeah.
I have with her. It's
Yeah.
not.
Which is cool.
I'm glad
It's-
that I
it's-
was able to change that. Like, and she
Yeah.
knows that. Like, I try to
That's
give
good.
her flowers as much as possible.
And then at that point, you realize too that like everything she's saying is just coming from all that wisdom and knowledge, and she's just trying to make sure that you good. And
She living off experience.
yeah,
Hey, get it. And plus too, man, like again, when we start learning how to appreciate it now that we older.
Yeah,
When you start looking back, you're like, damn, man, like
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
And
You
she's a,
understand? Like-
she's a. The thing is though is that I like to make her feel aware of that as much as possible, as much
Yeah.
as possible.
Yeah.
That's good, because that's what I am with my moms now. Like, my connection with my moms now is way better than when it was when I was younger.
Yeah.
I mean, even though I'm the middle child, you know, like, since I'm the middle child, like, they didn't really care about me. I was doing good. As long as I was on a steady road, I was doing my thing. I wasn't really worried about. I got my younger sister, my older brother. He's the first child. Of course, they got worried about him. He's the first one that got to go, you know.
Yeah.
The baby, she's the baby. They got worried about her. She's the last one. But Josh, he's good.
yeah.
You got both sides.
Basically.
you're between the bread.
You know what I'm saying? So I was on that type of raise type shit. You know?
So right. So yeah. So now like junior high school, all that high school, anything.
Yeah,
'Cause
like,
I want to get into your adulthood, like, because
Yeah,
I know
'cause-
because it's like more.
and
you
I
go
like-
through a lot of experience more.
and I know that you was getting through a lot of shit too in high school, and like, did you like whatever was going on in high school? Like, did your grandma know about it? And like,
Nah,
at
yeah.
that point, you can't
Nah,
you
yeah,
can't really
facts,
hide
like-
it because that's like going to
Nah,
to
like
school.
whatever I was going through in high school, like she was finding out. Like everything.
Yeah.
Well, every time there was a fight in school,
Yeah.
something happened, they have to call her by default. So she would find out. Anything that happened like outside of the school that's near, they would see me. They would call my grandma. So it's like my
yeah.
grandma was like on top of shit. Like my
Yeah.
grandma like knew like when I had a girlfriend, she knew. So it's like my grandma was really like in my life.
That's what's up. That's good.
So I don't know. It's kind of like it wasn't really nothing
Yep.
to hide, honestly.
yeah. Nah. That's good though. So let's move. Cause I really want to get into like even now with the things you're reading and the studies you're doing right now, right? Like, but before we even get to that, like, I know you had somebody off the camera, like you had like different jobs and all that shit, right? So moving around and going to different jobs, and because that affects people too.
Nah, yeah, definitely.
That definitely got.
Nah,
I said before, I got 15 jobs, and it was like, bro, what the fuck am I chasing? Like, what am I chasing? What am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't find myself.
Yeah, and I feel like, because I ain't gonna lie, when I was working in the supermarket, I feel like I kind of went into like a little like depression, like, yo, I hate this shit. Like, I do not want to come here.
Nah, yeah, this nigga dirty.
And like it's that's what it feels like. And like I feel like going through that, like having different jobs and just keep going, moving on. It's like, yo, like,
that's
like
crazy.
when is this shit gonna stop? Like when when I'm gonna find the right one, like when I'm gonna find the right job.
No, I look at it in a different perspective. I look at it more like
no, yeah, like of course, like you could like your job, but I feel like
no, not even by liking.
I ain't
job.
like none of my jobs before, bro. Like
I
was grateful.
Yeah.
I wanted more, bro. Fuck that. I want to be here.
Because out of my 35 years of living, I had 7 jobs.
God bless you, bro.
Yeah, and the reason why I had 7 jobs is because most of them. The reason why I had 7 jobs is because most of them were like long term, and I basically networked within them.
Yeah.
What made you stay long term?
Because I networked within them.
Okay, wait. Cause now I'm curious on this, right? Because I had so many jobs, and I network also. That's why I kept on moving around. But the longevity of it, right? What kept you there for so long?
The
like,
one that I'm in right now,
even from before, like because
this is the one I got the longest. It's 14 years.
In the hospital though. But you had different titles though.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
Networking around.
Nah,
Right.
yeah, 'cause you're still moving up the ladder.
I'm still moving up the ladder.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's why I used it, but I did it within the system. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since I did it within the system, I just boop, and I moved up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's how I got what I got to. That's how I look at it in a different perspective.
Yeah, I didn't do it through the system, bro.
Yeah.
I did it out of the system, bro. Like I was going. I mean, I did stay in my trade. I stayed in my trade. Well, no, sorry. Before my trade, like I had like different like Kmart, fucking Macy's and all that shit. Nobody want to fucking be those.
No, yeah.
Sorry,
but
listen, I'm not trying to shit on workers that work there. Like I worked there, I was grateful for it, right?
No, yeah.
But again, I wasn't content.
Yeah.
With it, I wasn't content at all. So, see, you gotta go. Like,
the longevity of staying it kind of helped me mentally. I'll be honest with you. You know why?
Yeah.
It built my customer service and the satisfaction of accepting people of who they are.
Definitely.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just me doing what I did, multiple jobs that I've done. Like I've done the Starbucks construction, security.
I remember Starbucks.
I've done all that. Even with Starbucks alone, that built my customer service.
Yeah, I feel like that's all tools that
leading up to where you at now.
Yeah,
like, that was tools
Stay
that
tuned for the
you
need it right there.
Too, so.
Oh yeah,
some shit.
That shit all makes sense.
Everything we do in life. This is why I said earlier, like we don't regret nothing. We shouldn't regret nothing at all because everything we do in life, whether it was good, bad, mediocre, whatever the fuck you want to see it got us to where we at this point.
No, yeah,
you understand, right?
You got to take the experience,
and we
from
have
that
to
situation.
take it from
like,
it. We have to.
I mean,
it got to be knowledgeable. Like,
yes.
what did you learn from that?
Right, and grow from it.
Yeah, because
right?
you got to really pinpoint like every experience that you go through, and you can see like, I went wrong here, or I went right there.
So it all basically starts with your mental. That's where it starts with your mental. How you start mentally thinking of situations, how to go through things.
100%.
People should look at it like this, right? Like, yo, if it's bad, learn from the bad, grow from it, right? If it's bad. If it's good, continue to do that because it's fucking good. So either one, you shouldn't have no issue taking it, right? And learning from it because that's just, again.
I mean, that's definitely how it was for me because, like, it was like a certain time period. It was like 4 jobs within like 10 months.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So it's like mad
That's
different
crazy.
shit within like a 2-3 month
Yeah.
period.
What,
but I'm learning shit.
Why?
I just left each one.
Yeah. What jobs you had?
I worked for a boiler maintenance supply company.
Oh, okay.
I worked for a painting company, but that was for 2 years. I worked for 2 painting companies for 2 years each.
Okay.
I worked at a hotel, and I worked at a supply store, 2 supply stores.
So that's your 5 jobs.
And now I'm about to be an administrative clerk.
Okay. How long you was there?
What, at the supply store?
Right, that's where you're gonna be an administrative clerk.
I'm starting it soon.
The new position.
Yeah.
Nice. How long you been there?
I'm gonna start on Tuesday. The
Wait,
recent
wait,
job that I'm at now, the supply
Right,
store, I only
right.
been there for a month. I got offered the new position while I was there.
Oh, okay. Within the company, that's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, it's a whole different.
Oh, it's a whole.
company.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Nice. Hey, listen. Drop a bomb for that. Congratulations, bro.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Still
we
moving
got
on.
to count every blessing we get, man. Like just because we saying this shit, man. Yeah, we got to learn from it and all that. But this is all blessings that come, bro. Like
And it was a lot mentally because it was just like, damn, like what the fuck? Because I knew I was highly capable. It was just like, it was a lot of things into it. It was just like, the job market was just horrible.
Yeah.
Like even right now, it's still horrible. Like you will see videos of people like applying to like ghost applications, like people that won't even open the application. They're just applications that sit in there. There's fake applications.
that's
There's
crazy.
Doesn't like Indeed do that? Like if
you
you
was to-
apply on Indeed, like that should just be sitting there.
like when I applied for the hotel, I applied
I
on
don't think so.
when I applied for the hotel on Indeed, I waited for 2 weeks. I called after 2 weeks, and I told them I applied on Indeed. They was like, "Oh, on Indeed, there's more than 500 applications. Apply on the company website." I was like, "All right." I applied on the company website, and they called me within 15 minutes.
Oh, you
Hey,
always
yo.
apply for the company website. Though.
I mean, you
Yeah,
got that
but-
first choice. Yeah, you got
but-
the first choice.
But that wasn't
Nah.
the first choice on Indeed, though. It was just straight.
No.
on the Indeed
Like,
Right.
you probably
Well,
didn't
and-
know that,
and-
but
well,
that's
and-
what you
and
always
these
do
people
that.
going into that website to go.
It was
Yeah.
just when I applied at that point, I was just like, "Fuck it." Like if I could apply through them, there's no need for me to go on the company.
True. Yeah.
Oh, but I always do both.
But
that's
again,
really
you
what it
you
was.
learn through it.
But then
and you
when
move-
she told me, I was like, "All right, fuck it," because I could have did that. I knew I could have did that. I just didn't want to.
But like even like the calling up part, you still did though. You feel me? Like I always
Nah,
tell
yeah,
people,
he did
like,
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
you gotta
'cause
call up after
normally-
this 2 weeks or
Normally,
Yeah.
normally I always do my due diligence with that.
Yeah.
When I apply for something, I call because
Yeah.
I feel like
you have
it's
to.
not in the sense of urgency. It's more in the sense of like I'm interested.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's why I always do I'll do the Indeed application, the company website application, and I'll call within 2 weeks.
Well, again, those are processes. Those are processes you got to
of
go through.
course.
You have to follow up.
But that's
There's
because
always
I'm
anything
interested.
with anything you got to follow up.
I'm interested,
Right?
I want it. I want that. I want the bread.
So again,
Give me that.
closed mouths don't get fed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would put the application and you just sit back, oh, they're gonna.
Yeah, I'ma
they-
just
they-
wait on
They're
it.
gonna wait for me to think.
Yeah, I'ma
Now you going on faith. They're gonna call you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, put the action behind it, yo. Y'all listen.
I mean, you
what's
can
up?
you can have faith for as long as you apply the action though.
I was just
Could do
telling him.
that too.
I was just telling him
You can
yesterday.
apply your faith through action.
They both go through hand in hand, bro. There's not you cannot do one without the other.
Mhm.
Period.
Yeah, facts.
As long as people understand that, I ain't gonna lie. As long as people understand that, I think shit will be more better. But there's no one without the other
Yeah.
at all. Like there's no other explanation behind it, bro. Like right, so it's like
Like if I tell somebody if they're going through something, and I will tell them like you'll be okay. I have faith that you'll be.
yeah,
What I mean by that is that I have faith that you
You
will
will do
put
the work.
yourself forward to make yourself be okay.
Yep.
And if you need
Yeah.
the help,
Yep.
I'm there.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I have faith.
and
Not just I have faith and I'm just gonna rely on faith.
yeah,
Nah, like,
yeah.
I have faith that you will put in the work to be better.
But the sad thing is, there's a lot of people like that though. There's a lot of people like that. They just rely on that, like, or even give that oral out, like, yeah, you know, just have faith. Just
Looking
have
for the
faith.
easy,
Yeah, like people
Like,
tell
looking
like
for the
just
easy
have
way out.
faith. Like stop telling me just have faith, bro. Like fuck out of here. Like the fuck you talking about, man? Like
Yeah, but the thing is though that
just have faith.
the thing though that people need to understand too is that everybody has their own viewpoint on life. So if
Yeah,
that
well,
person
shit.
has a viewpoint that fuck it, have faith in everything, and
God
everything
bless.
will be okay.
God bless. Good
Because-
luck. God bless. Good luck.
Because people can say that on some like have faith and just do nothing, and some people can say have faith as long as you put in the work, everything
Yeah.
will be okay. Which
Ooh.
is my
Ooh,
sen-
yeah,
which
right
is
there.
my sense of
And
saying
that should be the
I have
whole
faith in you.
sentence.
Yeah.
That's my sense of I have faith in you, not
But
just
like
I believe.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
but
that's
hold
it.
up. But see,
Hey.
my fault. but real quick.
Okay.
But see right there, why you don't just keep it just like how you just said it? Because you just said that's your interpretation of it, but you're not saying the words exactly what your interpretation is when you saying have faith. They don't understand that, right? But what you just said right now, my interpretation is what I mean is have faith as long as you do the work. We're not articulating that to them. We're not delivering that to them,
Yeah.
right? So I think we should be more mindful, even doing things like that, like reassuring, like
No,
yo,
yeah, of
yo,
course.
have faith.
But,
As
like,
long as you
that's
put the
even-
work into it,
yeah.
you go have faith. People just gonna sit there and go have
what,
faith.
What,
All right,
what,
cool,
if,
have
what,
faith.
if, what if you just change the narrative though on that? Like
But this is what I'm trying to say.
say it and
It's
be
changing it.
like have I have faith, but I hope you're willing to put in the work.
Oh well, at that point you're trying to be like more.
But it's the truth though.
I'm with you. Listen, no. Hey, I'm with you 100%,
What
bro.
now got navigate somebody to be like, you know what? Yeah, this nigga's right. Son.
I'm with you 100%. But yeah,
Nah,
I
but
know.
even if though, like the energy is like, bro, you got to put that energy out there. Like, of course, the faith, is one, but that work behind it though, that's really what's gonna put the energy out there.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, and you're gonna seek answers. You're gonna seek the shit you're looking for. Honestly, like it's just inevitable. That's just how the universe works.
Yeah.
Like you put it out there, it's gonna come. Pause. Like it's gonna like, you know what I'm saying? Like
You was doing the hand gestures too.
you know, you saw that, right? That was wild. That was
You seen
wild,
it
but I did say
yourself.
pause. So
You seen it yourself because you
Wow,
looked at your left hand too. Like, damn, what I just did.
yo, respect my pause, bro. Like,
Oh shit.
This guy right here. So.
hey, listen, but yeah, is that's something we could change the narrative on for sure. Like, and we have to, we need to, right? We can't be like preachers out here.
No.
Talk about just have faith. God,
Yeah.
have faith.
And we
And
gotta
then
start
people go
using-
home and go,
Now you know
my
why
pastor
it's
told me
like,
to have faith.
Yeah, nah.
it's like
And just
I
sit
don't know.
there. The fuck we talking about, bro? Like,
There's people that don't move like that, like the example that you gave. But I feel like a commonality among everybody is that everybody does believe that as long as you put in the work, everything will be okay. I feel like, for me at least, like
you can say it.
the people in the
You
people
think about it.
the people in my circle, or even outside my circle that I talk to from time to time, all of them know that as long as they put in the work, whatever they want out of life, it'll happen.
But the thing is, are they doing it?
In my opinion, from what I see, I believe so.
That's
I
the
don't have
difference,
any
though.
doubt about it. At the end of the day, I won't know because it's not my life.
Of course,
But from
of
my
course not.
perspective, I believe so.
But people may
And
think that. I'd be like, oh, I know that I got to do the work.
Yeah.
Now, am I moving my ass to to go do it? Cause we go. Everybody knows that for sure. I would think I'm with you on that. I think everybody should know. Does know that. Some
Yeah,
people
but
just
that's when the relationship with whoever is doing that comes in, and you have that talk with them. Like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
you ain't putting that
you
work.
need
Be
to
like,
get, you need to get up off
Yeah,
your
you
ass.
gotta-
Like,
you
I'm
gotta
with
get
you.
it
it's not
together.
even on some shit. Like, yo, like,
yeah.
even if you gotta tell a nigga, like, yo, bro, like, what you doing, bro? Like, you ain't doing shit with your life, bro. Like, get up off your ass.
Facts.
Nigga
That
say,
you
yo,
have
you
to.
eating B? Nigga
You
say, yo,
have.
you ain't eating B?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
No
What's going
ribs,
on, B?
no champagne.
Nah, like, like, you don't have to say it in a disrespectful way, but if you
No,
see,
of course not.
if you see
Yeah.
that somebody you care about is down and they not doing shit to get themselves up, whether it's
Yeah.
because of what they're going through or because they just don't want to, you can't just stand by and let that happen. That's for me. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
can't
know, I'm
stand
with
by
you,
and let
sure.
that happen.
But you got to go in there with a lot of love, though, and an open heart. Because if you say that to someone, and then they'll be like, "But I need help," and they'll be like, "Well, I don't know."
I mean, you better be willing to help though at that point. If you putting your hand out there, somebody be like, I need help. What you need help with, bro? Like, you should be able to do that, like, at least if you would put your hand out there.
There is
'cause-
such thing as false faith, and when you
Ooh.
have false faith, that's the worst thing in the world.
Yeesh.
People are disguised. Yo, there's skinwalkers out here, yo. I'm telling you, bro.
Yo,
I'm telling you, man. People disguise themselves as something else that they don't really
nigga
are.
said skinwalkers.
I'm telling you, bro. Look it up.
So it's like,
I ain't saying pause on that one.
No,
son.
no, it's not pause. No.
They're gonna fuck me up, son.
Yo, nah, that was a crazy analogy. Nigga said skinwalkers.
It's true. It's true.
That's wild. No, but you're right. You're right.
But that's why you gotta be careful. I mean,
but then it's like, too, everybody has their own perspective of you as well.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so even if you was to feel like that you not doing nothing wrong, even if you are doing something wrong, let's say that you are. If you feel like that you're not doing something wrong, at the end of the day, nobody's gonna change that. You're always gonna feel that, no matter what somebody tells you. It's really up to you to change that whole perspective.
Yeah.
And then if you wait, hold
I'll
on,
let you
hold
finish.
on,
I'm
hold
gonna say
on.
that
And
again.
then, and then if you do decide to change your perspective, what are you going to do to change that? Are you going to apply what you think is wrong and change your actions for the sake of the relationship
Yeah.
that you have with somebody, or
That's,
I mean,
that's accountability right there.
Yeah,
at
but
that
I mean,
point.
like there's
No,
like,
because
there's
you
certain
could-
people out there though that like need that certain push though, like to like
yeah, but
get
then
them
it's
up
like
off their ass.
what he said about accountability. Like, you could take accountability as a person, no matter what the situation is, but it's really up to you to choose to change that situation. Whether you change it, you change it for the good of you and the other person, or you just for yourself. At the end of the day, you chose what you felt was best for yourself. If the
True.
other person doesn't like that
You be
and
selfish at
feel
that
some
point.
type of way, even if they feel selfish, at the end of the day, I have to respect how they feel because
Yes.
it's how they look at me from their perspective. I have to understand that. Even if it requires to
Yeah.
us falling out, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, it just means that our perspective is no longer aligned. And shit like
True.
that happens in life.
I'm with you.
So
Yeah,
that's
of
why
course.
it's like,
I'm with you. If you have a belief in,
I can't
in what
really-
you think, then yeah, of course.
like
you
I
gotta
can't really like, because I've been in a situation where like I had the chance to change my perspective and I chose not to.
Before, well, okay. Oh, okay. So now we got to question that right there. Then, why you chose not to? Why? Because you knew, because you knew it was, because
felt
because
like-
you had. Why you saying you had a chance?
I felt
That means
like-
you knew that that perspective there was
That
right.
they were right.
No, it wasn't in the sense of it was right. It was more in the sense of like based, because the situation is it's a long ass situation.
Right.
But based on the perspective of the situation, based on everything that happened prior up to the situation, it came to the point that like either way, whatever choice I made, the relationship wouldn't have been the same. As in
Okay.
terms of me trying to recover it and bring it back to what it was before I fucked it up. And for me, in my opinion, whether it's selfish to them or selfish to me, whatever the case may be, if I feel like my perspective doesn't align to them to the point that me being around them hurts them or bothers them, I'll just remove myself from the situation. Even if it requires me and them both being hurt, which is most likely going to be the perspective, which
Yeah.
in my opinion, that part wouldn't make me selfish because it's not like I
No,
don't
of course.
give
You
a
got,
fuck.
yeah.
It probably will come off to them that I don't care because I choose to remove myself.
For
But
every right
because
reason,
I'm
though.
not around them, they don't see how I feel about it. Even if they see me outside, like I'm chilling or something, when I'm by myself, we don't know how I feel about that situation. I don't have to think about that situation when I'm outside and doing
Yeah, right,
whatever.
right.
That's a situation that I think about by myself in private. Especially now as an adult, it's not like on some shit that, in my opinion, at this point with something like that, I don't need my grandmother's perspective, for example, because she already instilled that in me. So
Yeah.
I have to just, in that situation, it's up to me. And however the perspective comes out, that affects my life because of my decision.
Oh yeah, I mean everybody
I
does
feel
have
like
different
that's how it
perspectives. Like,
just remains.
Yeah.
people have different perspectives. I mean, again, we like you said, we have to respect it for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in the sense of not making that aware that this is what this is,
what
right?
it is.
This is what it is. Then
Mhm.
that's the part that is like, you know what I mean? Because you know they might not, the next person might not even know what's going on, but just because somebody else got a different perspective, now they end up in the blank, like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this nigga's not even coming out no more. Why he acting like that? I don't know, because it wasn't said nothing to me, right? But because we had a little discussion, or I had a different opinion or something, you had a different opinion, now it became something crazy, right? At that point, I think we really gotta like just not be scared. Not that we were scared or nothing, but just let it be known, like, and make things clear, because at that point, all parties are clear now. Right now, you know exactly my actions and why I'm doing this.
Mhm.
I wasn't. Now you're aware of it because I told you about it, right? So, you know what I mean. So, I
Yeah,
think we need to do more of that. Like,
Yeah, it's more listening too. Like people really gotta have their ears like open to
And-
like actually listen and actually take that accountability, like, and actually be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Like,
so
you feel-
and people might not. Sorry, I'll let you
not
know.
my fault, bro.
And no, and people might not want to receive what you're really saying, and that's not your fault. At that point, that's not my fault. That's
Yeah.
cool. It is what it is. So, but yeah,
But a situation like it's more so about when you take the accountability as well. Like for me, I've been in a situation where I took accountability after the fact rather
Okay.
than before. And that affected them more because it's like, why did everything else have to happen before you chose
Beforehand.
to take accountability? You understand what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, we.
So I've been in a situation like that, and that's a mistake that I still hold to myself because I feel like that was like a childish mistake. Like that's
Right.
something that like maybe if I was like 18, 19, I would
Handle it
at some
different.
point, like something like that, like that's some childish shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even if I was doing that in the moment, reflecting after, there's some childish shit. So
That's-
for me, it's like
yeah.
whether I take accountability now or later, I agree 100% that taking accountability after is not fair to the other person. But at least I chose to take accountability and still give you my point of view as to why I did what I did.
Oh no,
Why I feel how I feel.
no, I'm with
At the
you
end of the day-
1,000% on that.
you're gonna receive it a little bit differently
Mhm.
because I chose to told you after. So off the beginning, you're gonna think that I was gonna withhold this from you forever.
Right.
So at that point, that affected you already. Then when you're hearing it, it's like,
I mean,
why did
yeah.
you wait to tell me that?
Yeah.
So I understand that perspective. It just
It
so
happens.
happened that in that situation, I understood that perspective later on
Yeah.
rather than before.
Yeah, sure.
And that's something that I hold myself accountable.
But see, these are things that now that you're able to change as life goes on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not to continue doing that, because you're right. Like, either way, holding yourself accountable before, after, is commendable, right? Because it takes courage.
Yeah, it does.
It takes super courage to somebody to be fucking vulnerable enough to take accountability, right? Nobody likes to take accountability. Niggas don't want to look stupid. Like, well, it was your fault. Like, you did
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A real man would be like, yo,
Yeah.
I fucked up. My fault, bro.
Exactly. I was just
You know what I'm
about to say
saying?
that,
Like,
yeah.
I fucked up.
It's just for
And I'm
me,
not scared to say
It's
that.
just for me, like in that specific situation, I 100% like now, like the whole thing now, I understand why they would feel how they feel
Right.
because there was no need to withhold that before.
Right.
So
Right.
I would understand that. It's different if I chose not to understand that or I was being neglectful of it.
Being that you understood it made you to take accountable,
Yeah.
right? So, that's the thing.
It just so happened that I did that later on
Yeah.
rather than before. And that's
Can't
thing-
kick ourselves in the ass, though. It's
Yeah,
life, man.
yeah,
Like,
that's
Nah,
the-
I
you know
get
what I'm
it,
saying?
but
Like,
it really depends on how the person really takes that. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
some people would be like, all right, like you know what, like even though you took accountability, like later on and shit, like at least you did, like at least you know you right. That's like when the homies argue, bro. It's
Yeah,
some shit,
yeah.
like bro, like you fucked up, bro. Like you
Yeah.
just be like, I bet, like. But it's different if that shit really stings a person. Like yo, like why did you like wait?
if,
And I have
depending
no,
on the situation.
and I really
yeah.
have no choice but to try to at least understand that because I'm gonna accept that. But I have to try to at least understand that because at the end of the day, I can't alter their emotion.
Yeah.
My actions.
created that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
your actions
facts,
behind
facts.
it was way different.
So that's why it's like with that, it's like,
Yeah.
you took accountability, but at the end of the day, it still has a minor sting on them.
Nah,
Because
it's
they're
true,
always
yeah.
gonna feel. Because I'm gonna be honest, I would feel that way too. I would be like, you could have told me later on.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have told me before.
Yeah, depending on the situation for sure. Like,
Yeah.
But it all depends on a person's like.
yeah. But that's why. This is why. Listen, don't be afraid to take accountability on shit, man. Like, if you's wrong, you're wrong. But if you right, if you feel like you're right, then you're right. Like, but you gotta be truthful to yourself. At that point, you really gotta be truthful to
Oh,
yourself.
yeah, of course. And
Right?
that- but like that's what keeps a relationship strong.
It
too.
definitely does.
Definitely like
So-
accountability.
So yeah. So listen. So I see a couple of things that you got over there, a couple of books and all that,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Like, what are these books
Yo.
about, man? Like,
This book right here,
The
Talking-
art
talking-
of
talking to
thinking
Mike, talking to Mike.
clearly.
The Art of Thinking Clearly.
what's that
Buy
about?
This book. Buy this book.
What-
It's about the title.
It's about the art of
It's
thinking
about
clearly.
the title.
Nigga said
That's how you can take
self-explanatory.
accountability and all
It's
that.
about
Because
the
you think
title.
clearly now.
Nah.
Nah.
I didn't need the
Yeah,
book for this.
No, I got right.
I'm starting to read books like
Starting
this.
to read, man?
I'm starting to read like more books like this now because of what I'm trying to take up in college. I'm trying to
Yeah, I want to talk about. I want to talk about that
trying
right
to,
too. Like,
I'm trying to get my bachelor's in psychology.
nice.
And eventually forward on with my master's and
Want to be a
Yeah,
therapist?
that's different
So-
too.
so-
That's real different.
Yeah, let's talk about that, man, because this is one of the things why, like, even the other days when we were speaking outside, like, I was really like intrigued on what you was telling me, right? Because it was like, fuck, I didn't know that. Like, obviously, why would I know it, right? But because you don't have shared it to people and all that. But
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, like, that's cool, that's dope. We need that type
Yeah.
of shit.
And you're
Right,
actually
we-
trying to create like a different lane for yourself because you don't really hear that too.
Yeah,
like,
you
too
don't.
often. Like,
Dope.
yeah, my man's a therapist. You feel me? Like you're actually trying to
Nah,
create
word.
That's
a whole
fire.
different lane and actually like people like around you could feel more comfortable speaking to you because like the type of person you are, you're always gonna have that handout. So it definitely does fit you.
Yeah.
As a
And-
therapist
And the stage you were saying before with the whole depression shit, this, that, and the third, like, that's good. That's cool that you actually, like, you know, you went through your situations and all that, but you wanna extend your hand now to help others now, like in the inner cities and all that shit, like, because obviously we know what we go through. Well, even here, like in the inner cities, because we gotta highlight that too, man. Like, it's a lot of shit that goes on in the cities, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And right, and it'll mess you up.
Niggas is dying every day.
You feel me? Like
Every day.
Every
Something's
day.
happening every day.
every day. You know what I'm saying? So that right there to even like, say God's work, man, because it is, you know, he's doing it through you to help others and all that, right? So let's talk about that, man. Like, what? Yeah, why? Like, yeah.
Why do you choose?
So like,
Because
I'm gonna be honest. Like,
before you start. Sorry to cut you off.
nah, you good.
Like, psychology's tough.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, right, but it's a big difference from psychiatrist to being a psychologist.
Why you
Nah,
took
yeah, nah,
you took that class before?
Nah,
You took that class before?
No. I
psychiatrist.
used to see a psychologist.
A
I used to see
psychiatrist.
both. I used to see a psychologist and a psychiatrist.
Nah,
Did you really?
a psychiatrist.
Get the
is
fuck
different.
out.
So what's the
no,
difference? Like what's the difference between them?
A psychiatrist, they like evaluate you and then they administer like the type of medicine that you
That's
need,
a
right?
psychologist. Psychiatrist is the other way around. Yeah, psychiatrist is the one
I really don't even know.
sits down with you and speaks to you. Psychologist is the one who actually administers all of the stuff.
Oh, yeah, psychiatrists do sit down with you.
Oh,
Psychologist is the one who sits, evaluates you first and speaks to you and be like, hey, you know, sky's blue, right? Yeah, sky's fucking blue, of course. Oh, the ET fly over the moon?
They give you those pictures that look
Obviously.
like butterflies and all that.
No.
You gotta see what picture it is.
No,
Like,
I didn't go that
what
far.
do you see?
I didn't go that far.
He said, what
nigga.
does this look like?
What does
A
it look
hole.
like?
Black-
A black hole. Like, what the
That
fuck?
shit look like a butterfly. It was like some shit,
Yeah.
But that's the difference between the two. From my understanding and my experience, yeah. Because I had a psychologist who evaluated me, gave me medications, and then I had a psychiatrist who I sat down and spoke with.
Really? For what?
Oh,
We're gonna have to think, but I'm curious now because this is a good topic that we.
no.
wanted,
The reason
like,
why
I didn't even know that.
I seen both of them because I had trouble sleeping,
Okay.
and you know
What
just
fucking marijuana,
just
bro?
think not even with the marijuana because I used to smoke like 3 blunts at night. before
And
I
you
go to sleep.
couldn't go to sleep? You had insomnia?
Nah,
and
I'll
shit?
go to sleep, but I'll wake up like an hour later.
You had like insomnia?
Nah, I had so much shit in my head that I had suppressed. So me seeing the psychiatrist, shout out to her. She actually she helped me out a lot with a lot of techniques and shit.
Yo, bro,
But the thing is though, the psychologist. See, I'm a type of dude that don't take medicine. I don't like taking medicine.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I don't take medicine because I have experienced people taking medicine, and I've seen them going from like the happiest person in the world to having a great conversation with me to being like this sluggish. And I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
Like, be you. Let me see your true colors. Like the meds just gonna stop you.
I was mentioning they fuck people up more, bro.
Most
like,
definitely. And I ain't gonna be honest with you. I was taking Zoloft. And I don't like that shit because
what that do to you?
it makes you sleep. It gives you that good feeling to go to sleep. But I ain't like it because the effects is like mad weird. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it wasn't for me. And I was like, nah, I don't like taking this shit. I gave them shits right back to the psychologist. He looked at me. He said, "You sure?" It's to a point where he gave me a stare where when shit like that happens and the patient refuses medication,
Like, nah, he's woke.
they look at you like
He's
he
woke.
He's woke. He's woke.
Nah,
pretty
they-
much. Yeah, they look at you like that. Then they're gonna start be like, "Yo, let me make a phone call." Then next thing you know, you gotta go down to the psych emergency room. You gotta speak to psychiatrist down
He gonna
there.
slip you something now. Oh, he bugging out. Look at him.
He's bugging like, yo, we
slip
need.
you saying like, oh, you crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
come here,
bugging
nigga.
out. Yeah, then you gotta give you the.
Okay.
Then they gotta give you the cocktail. The cocktail is 3 type of medications.
You see?
Nah, so
That's
So I hope
crazy,
you know
yo.
that.
Nah,
That's
so
for
hold
real
on,
quick, so you know that the
so-
3 type of medications.
So my main like career path, like my ultimate goal, like my main target, I kind of want to be like, I guess in a sense, like a trauma therapist
Oh, like
Okay.
Brianna. Like Brianna.
for like.
Yeah,
Yeah. We had the OCD. I don't know if you checked that out. The episode. The OCD.
Yeah. I watched that. Shout out to her. Good
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
Brianna.
Dropped a lot of
We,
gems.
I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna have it back on because
Yeah, 'cause
there's a
some
lot
shit
of
we
whole
haven't
other
touched on.
second policies that we're gonna
Nah,
get
so
into.
like that's kind of like my path. Like I kind of want to like eventually like you know how like they have like the little private little things like you know how,
Yeah.
like those buildings.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do something like that where it's like I want one of my main focuses at least to be more surrounded with like at-risk youth, like
Okay.
people that are within like 14 to 17, even people that are a little bit younger. Like
You
in
want the
middle
youth? You want to
school,
target the youth?
like I mainly want to target the youth, but I also want to make it a place for adults as well because everybody has their own.
What will be your
form.
niche though? Let's talk about what's your niche? Because I know you saying that, but what is your niche? Like, you want to target all of them, but what is your niche, bro? Like, because you want to let's be firm. Let's be firm with.
Mainly the youth because the youth is shaping the future.
There you go.
And there's a lot of
There you go.
misguidance happening right
Oh,
now
yeah, for
There you
sure.
go.
that
Especially like
even
social
niggas like
media.
us could tell a young nigga some shit
Facts.
and they'll probably look at us like we crazy. Nah, that
Nah, you're right though, because they be like, yo, this nigga's not even that
But
old.
some young niggas got old souls. Like,
Yes.
it really depends on how somebody is raised. But there's no doubt about it. There's definitely some form of misguidance happening out the city. Like, not even here, but
it's everywhere.
Everywhere. So I mainly want to focus on that because I feel like people in that area really don't have like a sense of guidance, and not even in the terms of like parents, just more so like even if they have a good parent, just whatever is happening outside.
Right.
What if they don't want to disclose that to their parent, but they have nobody to turn to?
Yeah.
I want to kind of be able to build that outlet for them to be comfortable, especially because I won't be that older than them.
Okay.
So it will be like,
It'll feel more relatable. Like you can.
It'll feel a little bit more relatable because even though like I'll probably be like 6-7 years older than you, that's not that long ago.
Right.
I remember everything I went through when I was 14 to 19 to 20. I remember everything I went through. 9 times out of 10, whatever I went through, you're going through right now.
That's a fact.
Do you think that plays a part though? Like in like, in like, like you see how you said that you wanted to speak to the youth since you know you're gonna be more close to their age. So like say like if like roles are switched, like say if your therapist is younger than you, like would you still feel like what they giving you is gonna be like something that can help you because you feel like that you went through more shit than them since they younger?
Some people will feel like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Or
nah, so
like,
it's,
do you
it's
think
more
age
so,
like plays a part in
so
that?
But this is why you want to talk to the youth though.
Your
Like
age just plays your part, but at the end of the day, when you're in that profession, you have the ability to see everything from a whole
third
entire
perspective.
point of view. So you don't have to approach it like, yo, I went through that too. Like, you can use that to get closer to them. You can give them different strategies that you probably may have done that may work.
Yeah.
If they worked for me, I would suggest it because it worked for me. God forbid it may not work for you, but I'm not wrong for giving you that.
Yeah.
I gave you a key because if it worked for me,
It's information.
it's information.
Yeah.
Especially if me and you are going through the same thing, or if you're going through something I went through. If I went through it already, I got the key, bro. It's just up to you to do what you do.
But that's good though that you talking in the inner city and all that, man, because like you said, like they back then. I know we spoke back then that you know it was more like it wasn't out there more, like people expressing themselves like that. The thing was that we had a lot of more activities back then, right? We were we was involved with shit, like we were busy. Sometimes we didn't have a lot of time to even sit down and think with ourselves, right? Like we out playing fucking tag, manhunt, baseball, wiffle ball, stickball, fucking just, man, we outside. There was no phones like that. Like it was outside, right? So now these kids, there's not a lot of that. There's no Rex. There's not a lot of that shit. You understand?
A lot of that shit is
gone.
It's slowly dying out, or it's gone already.
But they do it, and this is why I see the system is doing that shit on purpose. Because why are they taking that away? You understand? These kids need that shit around here.
It got even worse after COVID.
Way worse.
It got worse because now everybody's inside. Everybody's on an iPad. I mean, it's just generating different type of levels of intelligence. Basically.
See, but I feel like something like that was bound to happen because technology just keeps advancing. Eventually, we adapt to it. So whether COVID happened or not, we definitely would have adapted to the technology. It may have been at a faster rate if it was at a faster rate, but
we would have definitely adapted
to it eventually.
But we a lot of us older people started straying away, from shit like that, right? So we fucked up a lot too. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Wait, straying away from what? From the technology?
Not technology, from like having these things for the youth.
Oh, okay.
Like to you know what I mean? To be together and this like that. Everybody started being on their own at some point.
Everybody just drifts
off. So now that's why this shit's going mayhem everywhere. So everybody's running around with no guidance at all. Let me tell you, back then, even in the street, you had guidance. There was older heads that would be like, "Yo, what you doing, bro? Like, stop playing around." Like,
that's for real.
That's you know what I'm saying? The block niggas be like, "Some drunk."
Niggas be like, "Yo, what's good, bro? You good?
You good?" Like,
I be like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, all right, bro. I'm gonna see you later, bro.
Come on, bro. The tia from over, the lady from over there, she knew your parents. and you better not do that in front of her because your parent about to
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was different.
I'm telling you,
It was
your
different.
grandma.
I'm telling you, you feel me?
Yeah, bro, that happened to me before, bro. That happened to me before. I
Just
swear
like,
to God.
what?
I'm telling your grandma.
Yeah, bro. You're like, damn,
Bro, my
really?
grandma,
Like, fuck.
bro, I wouldn't be like, yo, I don't care, because I would think that they wouldn't tell my grandma.
And they would.
My grandma would call me like, yo, why you the fuck you did that?
You know what I'm saying? But now nobody cares.
Yeah,
That's structure, though.
yeah.
You would know when to do shit, when not.
Yeah.
Let me know.
That's true.
Now these people don't have no respect for older people.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you, man, fuck you, SMD, man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
bro, you seeing the
Chill,
like,
son,
you seeing
Nah,
fucking.
yeah.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a lot of
Like,
wild
it's
shit going on.
crazy.
The thing is, though, too, is like, I don't know. It's just like everybody has their own like just way about going about shit.
Life
and
has changed, period,
and it's
bro.
hard, and it's that's what I'm saying. Like, it's really hard to really tell someone and to get them to understand, like, yo, like the way you're going about life right now is crazy. I mean, I'm not saying that like that to them, but it's the wrong thing.
You
Like,
should say that.
there's
Like,
no reason why you're doing
you
that.
bugging, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck is wrong.
So it's like,
Yeah.
I want to do that for them, not
So-
only for them, but for everybody too, for
Yeah.
people my age.
No, yeah, for sure.
So
Because I believe that by the time I get to that point, I will be able to understand the perspective of anyone's point of view.
Yeah.
To the point that I will be able to have not only empathy for them, but sympathy. I'll be able to give them not only my perspective on how they feel, but I'll be able to tell them
Your experiences.
anything that they'll be able to hold in them to feel better. I think I will be able to tackle everything that I feel like someone would need. To
so
establish
you
a
saying
form of
that, right? Let me ask you a question. You saying that, right? Have you found yourself?
I believe so.
You can't do that.
mean?
You're starting.
Like
Why?
right, like
You-
right,
you
like no,
started-
no. I believe so. Like right now in this moment, I believe.
Or you
that
finding yourself, not
like-
found. Because it's two different things. If
Well,
you want to ask
well,
that question, like,
at the end of the day,
I
I'm
think
like,
you found. You
No,
find.
no,
it
no,
'cause
no,
that's
no.
what you
Because
do.
the reason why I say
I made a mistake. Let me say it like this. I feel like I'll never find myself.
No.
because-
it's-
Real quick, my fault.
Finish, nigga, let him finish. I want to hear this.
I mean that in the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean that
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said
yeah.
no, no.
Yeah,
I mean that
yeah.
in the sense of like,
Nah,
I know I'm me. I know who I am. I
Yeah.
am comfortable with who I am. I accept who I am. Everything. But I know as I get older, I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna change. There's gonna be different principles that I'm gonna establish as I get older. The experiences that I'm gonna experience later on are gonna shift my whole point of view on everything.
Yeah. For sure.
That's what I mean
Yeah, for sure.
when not on some shit that I don't know who I am and
That's what I'm saying. You
I'm
finding
not
yourself.
sure about my placement in life.
That's not what I bet.
Shit like that.
No, that's what I'm saying. When you ask them, have you found yourself? That's what I think found and finding is two different things.
Way too
Finding is what you're saying right now.
That's what
You're
you're saying.
finding myself as I go.
Yeah, that's what you're
Right, like-
saying. I'm saying, like, have you found yourself? Like, you see what you just said right now of what you want to do? You want to be a sponge to the community so that, fuck that. You want to be the cup that everybody pours into your cup, that when it's time for you to pour into others, you'll be like, nah, I don't want to do that right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you want to do. But my question is, have you found yourself willing enough to actually hold the cup in your hand and be like, yo, go ahead and keep pouring?
So the only reason why for me that I would say yes is because throughout the course of my life, and people can vouch for this, no matter what I have went through in my life, no matter what was happening, whenever somebody needed me for something, I always put whatever I was going through to the side to handle that. And for me, I felt comfortable every time. I never thought to myself, like, you know what, like, fuck how they feel right now. Like, I want to worry about me. For me, it's like, in my opinion,
But
based on
others
how I
first.
feel about myself, I know that I'm going to always be good. But if this person needs me, in my opinion, I could put what I'm going through to the side to help them, no matter what it takes. And I genuinely feel comfortable with that. The people that I have helped, no matter what, with anything, know that. Anyone.
So you found your purpose, my friend.
I
Well,
found my purpose.
he still
Found
has a
your
lot
purpose.
to learn.
No, he definitely does. But
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
found your purpose, meaning that now you know what you want to do. Now
But I
you
know,
go straight
but I
ahead
know
of it.
I have,
Oh,
I know I have a whole lot to learn before.
Of
I
course,
get there,
of course.
which is why,
And that's when you
which
go
is
to
why-
school.
which
That's
is-
when you reading your books. That's when you doing all
which
this
is
shit.
why,
So
which is why, from every perspective that I had said, it's like when I said I know that when I get there, that
Right.
I'll be able to. I'm not saying I'm gonna get there right now. So I already know that I have a whole lot to learn.
No, I just want to make sure that you're mentally prepared for the endovers that you're creating that you're manifesting for yourself, because it's tough. Like, I mean, just by me just listening, me being on the sideline, just being a security officer and just listening in to what a doctor's asking, telling another patient, you'll be like, whoa. Like this man, I've seen people go in. I've seen people come into the hospital with a smile on their face first year, first day, mad happy. Next thing you know, 6 months later, them niggas is walking around dead.
They done.
Because they're consuming all this information, all this dreadfulness. Like you gotta literally build yourself. Give it. I always say this: if you're gonna pick up a profession like this or a career like this, you have to be the career. You have to know what it is to be that psychiatrist, that person on the other side of the table.
And for me, the only reason why I feel that way is because this is something that I have always wanted to do, but at some point I neglected it because at some point I believe that it was like an outlandish thing to do. Not outlandish in the sense of like,
far-fetched.
What the fuck I'm gonna be a therapist for? It's more in the sense of like, am I really gonna be a therapist? Like, yeah, I help people with their problems sometimes. Like, that's how I felt like back then. But then as I got older, it's like, as I build relationships with people, both close and far, and the way that I establish myself around them, I've always had that sense of security assured to them. For as long as we are okay, because relationships could be lifelong, but like I said in the beginning, like, you never know. So it's like, for as long as I am here, for as long as we are here, whenever you need me, I'm there. If I'm going through something, I'll put it to the side for you. There's no problem. I'm comfortable with that. Because at the end of the day, I know that I'm going to set time out for myself to fix what I need to fix.
Yeah. Bro,
me now, as you saying that I have a lot to learn, I agree with that, because sometimes I catch myself like, sometimes I do need to establish what's going on with me too.
No, because I say that, I'm not saying that because of what, like, I'm saying that because, like, you know what you know because of what you're reading so far from the books and stuff like that. But as far as like the
actual experience,
and
that's all, folks.
the statistics of actually being in a room, like, have you ever experienced being in a comprehensive psychiatric emergency program?
I've had.
That's a CPAP, like.
I have before.
Okay, have you ever experienced like seeing somebody like wild the fuck out and you don't know what the fuck to do from there? Have you spoken to somebody like that before?
I've just seen them like from the point of view.
So now, have you ever seen someone like speak to someone like that and they're in the calmest way ever, and the next thing you know, you say one word,
like it's like a spark,
and they start tweaking out. Yeah, I see that.
Boom.
They start tweaking
now
out.
that's what I'm saying. Are you willing to take that? Now you got to remember, you're not a street nigga when you in that room.
Nah, I know.
You're not a street nigga. You can apprehend the patient. You can do that. But you cannot punch the dude in the nose and be like, yo, back up. So, you can't do that. Because at the end of the day, it's all mental care, you know. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want you to know that while you're going through these experiences, continue doing this. I don't want you to be a cup of potential. You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks. That you're just feeling all this potential that you got in you, my nigga. Because I can see it. You got it. You can go ahead and do your shit, the therapy shit. But just don't fill your cup up and you just there like, I'm gonna leave this shit right there. Like, it's gonna be holy water tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Take that, drink it, nigga, and you go out and you do what you gotta do. When did you sign up for school?
I'm going back in August.
You already signed up, everything good to go?
You can say you got your bachelor's, so now that means you got your associates.
I'm waiting.
You're going to get your bachelor's.
Yeah.
So that means you got your associates, man. That's it.
I already have enough to
go back in and do your thing.
Yeah.
All right, so just don't let nothing stop you. You go ahead and you do it. Now, I want to get a business card when in like a year or two, bro. I'm serious. Because psychiatry is different, bro. Like, I'm serious, my nigga. Like, I've experienced it, and I don't like it. I'd rather just deal with my own shit. And if I have to speak to somebody, I'll call my family member. Even if this nigga don't want to even listen to me. As long as you even just there and your head is down, I don't give a fuck, nigga. I just expressed everything that I let out on you. And you took everything, and I appreciate that. Even if you just did And you didn't even listen to me, but I don't give a fuck. I just expressed everything to you, my nigga. I lashed out. Now, at the end of the day, yo, light up. Yo, what the fuck we just spoke about?
So
Crazy,
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Nothing,
so
nigga,
see-
nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Just know that you was there for me, my nigga. I appreciate you, bro.
Nah, so-
I love you, my nigga. Seriously.
So what about this? So what about somebody that has none of that?
As far as what? As
Like,
some,
No
like
outlet,
that
no
somebody.
nothing.
no outlet, no nothing, then you go seek what you gotta go seek.
No, you definitely got
So
it.
Most definitely.
that's where I want to come in.
Of course,
you
most
see,
definitely.
See what you're like. People don't like Scotch. I'll be honest. I always thought that was just a thing. One of those like, but I would have been open to doing that. Like I don't knock anybody for doing it. Like, but some people are just different. Some people just don't.
I mean,
like going
the
through-
reason why I don't like it is because they will always. It's different now. And then the reason why I'm telling you this is because I want you to go in with an open heart. Don't go in there because you got a fucking doctor job.
Not help.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go in there and say, "Yo, I got a room with 4 walls and a couch
and I'm just
that you
getting
can
paid."
sit down and I get paid." I want you to go in there with good passion. I want you to go in there and be like, "Yo, what's going on?" Because I don't want you to go in there and somebody be like, "Yo, this nigga didn't even listen to me." Like, all he did was draw some fucking stick figure of his family on him going in a caravan and some shit like that on a piece of paper. Because I've gotten that before, you know, and I didn't feel
People
feel
live
comfortable.
we live in a
Doesn't feel
capitalized
genuine.
we live in a
It's
capitalism world, bro. Like so people, a lot of people, and I'm with you. People do capitalize on shit that it's fucked
crazy
up. So
'cause I appreciate you for saying everything how I feel. I feel that in that profession, a lot of people genuinely aren't worried about people,
yeah,
and that's something that I want to
change. You want to change?
change
Yeah,
that
facts.
because everybody going through something.
Yeah.
I know how it feels to go through something, and at some point, feel like I don't want to talk to nobody. That goes back to the shit that I was being selfish at one point.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I wasn't hurting.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to tell
You
her.
just want to talk about it, yeah.
So I know people feel that way. So I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm here for you. Just come back every weekend.
I don't want to be
Chill.
here. I don't want to
Ask
be
me how
here.
you doing and shit.
Facts.
I want to be invested in people.
Yeah.
I want to go in there being invested. That's something.
Don't sell yourself now, nigga. You'll mean
And the thing is, like,
it'll get better when you get
for
older.
me-
I know for sure.
For me, it's like I'm already invested in a lot of people now, even if it's a distance or close. At some point,
Are you sure you want him around, son? 'Cause he's not.
that nigga calling, bro. At some point, like I'm invested in the people that I communicate with, whether it's a minuscule amount or a high amount. I have some form of investment or care because at the end of the day, everybody deserves to be cared about, and everybody needs that form of like.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. if
Somebody
it's-
cares,
Yeah.
like somebody cares, like even if I talk to you every 2 months, like somebody cares. So it's like it's gonna be the same versus me just meeting somebody for the first time because I wouldn't want them in there if I didn't give a fuck about them. That's how I look at it. If I don't give a fuck about how you feel, I don't even want to talk to you.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna.
But I
not,
understand what you said because that is a big issue. So
Yeah.
it's not like that's something that's being hidden. That's something that is happening. There are a lot of people that feel like therapy is a waste.
A lot of people.
It's not. I mean, don't get me wrong.
And
Not
it's
even, not even the medication is a waste. But if it blows your skirt, by all means, Marilyn Monroe, do your thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
bar.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
a lot of these quotes. Yeah,
Bars.
You know what I'm saying? If it blows your skirt, Marilyn Monroe, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not knocking it. If it's for you, it wasn't for me. I'd rather do my own little thing and meditate, focus on other things, and do me. That's all I gotta say.
No, but,
It's
and,
like, I don't know, man. That's really what I want to do because there's a lot of people that really need that.
so let me ask you a question. So where do you see yourself? Like, where do you see you taking this to? Like, years down the line, and all that shit. Like, and I know you want to be a therapist and all that, but like,
I really just see myself doing that for like a long period of time. Like I'm really invested in something like that.
no, that they could do. I'm talking like even if you if that's what you want, I respect that. I'm saying I was trying to ask like broadening it out, like expanding and like that's your tree. Now you got the branches and all that.
If it comes to the point that
like the Dev effect, you know what I'm saying? Like
the devil effect.
the Dev effect. Like I'm just saying, bro.
You
Like
start doing shows and everything. You just there healing
you know
people.
what I'm saying?
right
Like yeah, I'm just saying though.
there.
Like
You over here healing people at the spot.
You just heard what he just said. That shit sound fire, my nigga.
The devil effect.
The Dev effect, my
I was
nigga.
just saying that
Yeah.
earlier too. I was like, yo, the devil effect. Watch, you gonna come back on some Jay-Z
yeah, I'm
shit.
telling you, they did say.
Yo, but the reason why I say that is because, like, before anything, like, dude, like, what are you doing right now? Like, what are you doing right now to help the kids to get involved with what you want to do?
That's the thing. Like, I want to be able. I have like no outlet to be able to branch out other than like the people that I know that are younger than me.
But you can start with social media right away. Anybody would pick up a phone and be like, "Yo, what's good? Let's FaceTime." And you record that. You put that out there, but you gotta ask them that you're willing to do that. Once you do that and build up your foundation as, yo, I'm Dez. You need anything to talk about? Let me know. Then you build up that satisfaction of people seeing who you are. Like, yo, you want anybody to talk to? Yo, hit this nigga Dez Effect. This nigga, see his clips.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yo, his clips is fire. Yo, he just helped my homegirl. She just got yo, he just helped my homeboy. Yo, he went through some terrible times. Just start there. That builds the seed to do what you want to do, my nigga.
Facts.
That's what I said. I was a little mad that you fucking deleted your Instagram.
We live in the world of social media now.
Yeah, that's where it starts.
That shit not for me.
Now, see, but what anything makes you uncomfortable is what makes you the most comfortable in the world to be where you at.
No, I mean it's not for me. Like, I'm tired of seeing the shit that I see.
Nah, so you don't want to do that.
Hold on. Okay, you're right.
But you still seeing it though.
No.
You still seeing it. Rather like whatever platform it is, you still. Yeah, it's all like cycle.
Yeah, but you see what you seek. No.
How the fuck?
Say that shit again.
This is why the algorithm is that.
How the fuck can I delete a permanent algorithm? It's a permanent algorithm.
He's right,
but it's part of the algorithm though. You see what you seek. So if you're looking for something, the algorithm just chose you to keep sending you what you're looking at because
you're
looking for it, my nigga. That's a fact, bro. Like, that's just how it works.
So if I watch a sports video, right, on Twitter, because this happens,
you're gonna keep getting sports.
I watch a sports video, right? In the next video, I see a nigga jumping off a roof. I ask for that.
No. Wait,
that's
hold
the
on.
algorithm. That's what happens.
No.
What do you mean?
Okay,
it's introducing you to that.
Let me ask you a question. Get your phone right now. Take your phone. Oh, you don't got Instagram. If you go to the Explorer page, you will see what you look at.
Man, let me see what I
Nah, that ass. It really tells you everything.
That's just how algorithm works. If you only looking at sports, my nigga, listen, let me tell you, on the Off Xperience page, bro, honestly, there's a lot of cookie shit. Do you see that? Right? Why? Because I be liking a lot of cookie shit, and I'm like, I be thinking I'm on my page, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? I'm on Off Xperience now. That's why, bro. I'm telling you, bro. What is it? Let me see.
Look, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? I didn't ask for none of that.
That's what you look for.
Bro, I did not ask for this.
Yo, when you looking at a video, how long you stay looking at the video?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Just because you not asked for it, though, the algorithm knows that.
Oh, look at this.
How long do you stay looking at the video?
Look at this. Yo, Gilly caught Wallow watching porn on a plane, bro. I didn't ask for that.
You did it, but I bet you went like this. And you swipe. I bet you swiped and you looked at it.
You sure did see the Willie.
Bro, why would I want to see that? How is this entertaining? Bro, this is not
things like that.
Bro, this is not entertaining to me, nigga.
Yo, but
that's what I'm saying.
You must have saw something of $1 million worth of game or Wallow or Gilly that brought that up because it's part of them. I'm telling you, my nigga.
Or maybe because we on the podcast right now.
Or maybe because you're on the podcast right now. Drop a bomb for that, man. Drop a bomb for that, man.
If you put it that way, then I guess.
No,
it's just, but you must
have looked at something of Wallows or Gillies, and literally that popped up because it's part of theirs. That's just part of the algorithm. That's how it works, my nigga. I'm telling you. So if you're looking for whatever it is, change it up. You can change it up. I promise you can change it up, bro. I swear to God, my nigga, because I've done it.
Nah, you could. You definitely could.
You gotta search what you want out of it. Right? The thing is, people use social media for their benefits, whatever it is, right? So they want to use it to watch females on them. They're gonna be a whole bunch of females. They're gonna be watching. It's gonna be popping up, all crazy, right?
Think about how many things we buy through Instagram just because we seen it on Instagram or whatever it was, bro, like YouTube, TikTok. Like we buy everything off that. Like
you're looking at books. You're gonna have books. You're gonna have books pop up all the time. You're gonna have quotes. You're gonna have a lot of. It's just that's the algorithm,
like
bro.
Word of mouth, or you heard it from somewhere.
You know what I'm saying? So utilize that and change. You see how you could change any little things every time. Those are the little things we can start changing every time and use it for the positive. Because let me tell you right now, bro, negativity spreads so fast, bro. Like it's fucking even crazy, bro. So as soon as you watch one video of some fuckery shit,
that's it, bro.
It's over, shit, bro. But this is why the discipline in us need to be that. you.
Nah, we can
Keep
control
going.
this
Don't
shit.
even like it. We control it.
You gotta
control it.
restrict
Don't
that
even
shit.
like it.
Niggas gotta restrict that shit.
Don't like
I
it.
be doing that shit on when I be using that Twitter shit. I be
Yeah,
doing
bro.
that.
You be liking you be liking shit.
Because I don't be trying to see niggas, bro,
Yeah.
and hit my cars and shit. That shit mad annoying. Like,
Nigga,
and then
you
after
be-
that-
but you be watching
Fire,
that. You be
nigga. I
watching
be
that.
watching that.
You exactly. Nigga, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's fire. Niggas bugging, but
Nigga be mad at you. Nigga be like,
Nigga said that's fire.
Nigga, but we'll watch shit like that. We'll watch that negative. Say,
It's
oh
crazy.
shit, you see this
It's
shit?
crazy because I just sent both these niggas something like that earlier today.
Yeah,
bro,
he did.
just
Those
think
are
about it,
crazy.
like, bro, we all be sending each other memes. Like, literally, I send you a meme, you a meme, you a meme, like, all at once. Like,
Yeah, but that's crazy though.
Yo, that ass, but that's how it works, bro. Like
At
we,
the end of the day, it's all a mental.
yo,
thing,
we get entertained.
Nah,
This
I
is
mean,
entertainment, bro.
I just want to honestly just stay out the way.
yeah.
Just
Nah,
focus
but
on
listen,
myself for a
but
bit.
honestly, but again,
That's really the main reason. Like,
but use
the
it for
algorithm's
the
annoying,
good.
but I just
We
want to
could-
stay
we-
out the way for a little bit. Just
No, no,
focus on
I'm with
myself.
you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
But-
sometimes we need that though. you
Listen,
know,
the
just
other
you're
days,
right.
the other days I bumped into a page that this guy, he was going through like he couldn't see his kids, like the mom, whatever. He couldn't see his kids, but he was always in court. So he made a whole page of his page just being in front of the court, educating people the shit that he's been through and the shit that you could like that you could go and seek other information. Stuff that he's being the voice of that, right? So this is what we're trying to say with you, like, wait, when is your purpose? It's your purpose, bro, right? However it is, but I'm just saying that we live in the world of social media where you can expand to a broader stage now, right? Start in house, obviously, yeah, but
use that, like,
you-
use
you-
that
you
social
use-
media.
use that for
Eventually-
them because
eventually expand it. I get what- I get
eventually,
what
you
you're
understand
saying.
eventually.
Yeah.
It don't have to be now, obviously,
Yeah.
but your purpose is
Because
gonna
that's
be
what I was
son.
about to say. Like,
Yeah.
I understand like my whole purpose.
Yeah.
I know where I want to be. Like, that's ultimately my goal. But
Yeah.
I know, like, for right now, like, based on my mental capability,
Yeah.
as well as of how much I need to learn. Like, I'm aware of how much I need to learn before I get to the point of where I want to be. I feel like I just need to take things easy within the people that.
But don't also feel like that. I understand you. Don't get me started, I understand, but don't also feel like that because remember, at you 24, right? Your age right now, there's a younger you right now that is going through something that you've been through, right?
Going through what you've been through, the same.
Right?
exact
There's going through.
Nah, yeah,
so
yeah.
so the fact that you gotta learn, we all learn every day, right? So yes, we all learn, but the part of you learning is just day by day as you go. But the what it was before, you learned that already, right?
Speak, man.
So for you to so for you to express that to the younger person, is what the mentor is gonna be like. I could learn, but I could still speak what on my experiences,
Yes, sir.
right? So I don't have
That's
to wait
it.
until that time to come. You understand? So
That's a fact.
just be open minded to things that you know.
Don't ever demolish yourself.
Right,
bro.
right, because you've
Nah,
been
yeah,
through
of
shit.
course, yeah.
You've been through
Ever.
shit, right?
You've been
Yeah.
through it.
People want to hear it. People want to
And-
see it. Like
and-
hear it, pretty much.
And you're learning, and you learning is just your journey of who you want to become, But your experiences of what you went through is
Yeah.
what you got to tell people of what you went through to tell them, like, you'll be easy. You know,
How can you overcome it? That third, because
I can wear that hat. I can
Yeah.
wear the same shoe as you. You know what I'm saying? Or we can relate to each other.
Oh, nah, yeah, that I wouldn't keep hidden. Like,
Always.
if
keep
I
it
have
up.
that ability to expand that, I would always.
But you do.
I would always take that.
But you do.
Don't say had. You have
you
that
do.
ability to
That's
do
No,
what
I
I'm saying.
didn't say had.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
okay.
like,
But you got that.
I
ability.
would
do.
I would do that.
But
It's
I-
not like
but
I-
again,
it's not
it's in
like I
due
would
time,
disclose
though.
that. It's more so like whenever I feel like within
More
myself.
comfortable.
Right, when
I'm
you're
ready
comfortable.
to
Right,
get to
right.
that
But you
point.
see, that's why I
But
asked you.
yeah.
That's why I asked you, have you found yourself? Because now that falls under that. Like, are you comfortable within yourself to go out there and be like, hey, people, there's a fact here. What up?
Yeah, okay,
You
running
want
it.
to
I
talk
like
about
that.
something here? You know, you going to come here, sit at the table with me, call me.
Nah, we really
The
got to make
Zoom
that to a
time.
thing now. Where
Shit
it's
like
like
that.
death
So
effect.
based on that, I feel like-
Hashtag death effect.
That, like
Never
that, I
fact.
feel like at the point in my life, I'm comfortable with doing that with the people that I know and the people that I communicate with. I believe that as I learn, as I grow as a person, as I learn within my studies, and eventually, when
Oh,
I get
Dad,
to
you
where I wanna
capping
be-
yourself, bro.
Wow.
Because you said within the people you know and the people you care about, you have to break that horizon, and there's more people out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm willing to break that horizon. It's not like I'm disclosing that. Like, if I see somebody going through something, I would reach out to them. I would
Okay.
be there for them. It's more so in the sense of like, for the most part, right now, it's not like I'm throwing myself out there right now.
Okay.
That's more so what I mean.
All right.
I mean that within my circle, within the people that I talk to, within the people that I'm in communication with, those are the people right now that I'm that way with.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm not saying more so that I would never do that for people. Like if somebody was to need me, like if I don't talk to somebody for 2 years, but I was really close with them, like if it was like a family member, for example, and they reach out to me, I would talk to them. I wouldn't turn my back on them. I wouldn't do something like that. But I mean more so like, I wouldn't go out there and just be like, hey, like, how you doing? It depends on the situation, kind of.
Well,
like,
no,
if you reach out to me,
yeah.
If you come to me, like, if, like, let's say, like, a coworker that I barely know, like, let's say, like, a random day, like, person is just down and shit, I'm gonna be like, yo, what's the word, bro? You good?
Nah, no,
like,
but you're saying it like locally and all that shit. Like, we get it with the locally stuff and all that shit. But don't close your mind on like expanding to.
No, of course.
There's people in the world that obviously is gonna need your help and
that's what I'm saying.
It's not asking people, oh, let me see, but it's just articulating your stories, your stuff, and people are gonna gravitate to that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And even real quick to go before we end real quick because you said it too. You want people to need you. Let's also say that you want people to want you as well. Because now when you say need, you're just saying, hey, what's up? You want to talk to me? You want people to say, hey, what's up? I want you to talk to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like you want that need and want always, not just need. Yeah, continue having that want as well, because that's always gonna be great.
Nah, like that's how I feel. Like if you need to talk to me, I'm there.
Okay.
But I would want to talk to you if you need me. Right. That's how I feel. That. It's not like I want to talk to you. Please talk to me. If you don't talk, to me,
it's not something like that. But
it's more so like let's say like if somebody's going through something, and I'm like, do you want to talk about it? And they're like, nah, I really don't want to talk about it. I'm
you
like,
respect it.
I'm like, well, if you need me for anything, let me know.
I'm here for you.
Like that, something like that.
Nah, so listen, God has a purpose for you, bro. Honestly, it is dope that you doing this, that you're going through this stage, man. Because it's fire, bro. Like, keep going in your journey, bro. Like, honestly, keep going. Don't let nothing stop you. I know you got a good head on your shoulder, bro. Like,
it's always been like this. This is just really the first time that now,
which is cool because now people can see.
And it's just a stepping stone.
The people that's close to me, that have been close to me for the past 2-3 years, they know what's up. They know what's going on.
So we got one thing, right? Like, I'm gonna get it for you right now. Hold on.
What's this? What's this, bro?
So, right?
Shit.
So if you can say some aspirational or inspirational words, what would they be?
Damn, y'all don't put me on that spot like
that. Hey, listen. I mean, they want to know you. You know, they trying to hit. What would you say? That's it. The ball is in your court, man.
If there was one thing I could say to let off,
it could be aspirational, inspirational. You know, just in a few words. What would it be like to the younger you, if anything?
Just for everybody out here, younger, older, it doesn't matter who it is. Whatever you're going through in life, eventually you're gonna turn around and everything is gonna be better. It may feel like nothing is working. It may feel like something is against you. It may feel like nobody is there for you. But at some point, all of that will change and everything will be brighter eventually. Everything gets greater later.
You already know.
Thanks.
With that said,
there's a bar right there.
Peace, bless, love. Give thanks to that man above.
Live, love, prosper, y'all. Peace.